All up. It's cool. Welcome back, team. Welcome back to Beers and Buster Swords. Hope you're ready for another chapter of FF7. Of course, I'm Ant. And Stol, are you here with me?
How's it going? Yeah, I'm here. Welcome back, everybody. Another installment of Beers and Buster Swords. Highlight of the week. Been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, everything Final Fantasy VII and yeah.
We had an interesting chapter last time, didn't we? A whole bunch was kicking off. Couldn't believe it was probably the most action-packed or information-packed field chapter we've had so far, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely, and it obviously stoked off other discussions as well. I mean, we got into some pretty big chats last stream.
Absolutely, man. Cool, it's good to see. Nice, Brandon's back. What's going on, Brandon? Welcome back, mate. Good to see it. So,
welcome back, Brandon.
What we got here? Chapter 14, In Search of Hope. I assume we're going back to Sector 5 slums, Aerith's house. Resume playing. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Yeah, we obviously didn't plan this. We just basically said we're going to do every Tuesday. But shout out to Australia Day. This is our Australia Day stream.
Hoosh. Yep. Yeah. I mean, you don't need to give us an excuse to have a beer, mate, but...
I feel like I'm a little too sober at this time of day for Australia Day.
Australia Day, yep. I agree. I even thought about wearing a bit of green and gold on the can, but I was like, don't want to take away for the action that's on the screen, you know? It's hard to look away.
Fair enough. Yeah, so some of the developments that happened last stream.
Material.
We basically are thrown into a battle with some of the Whispers. And something to note upon there was a purple one.
Oh shit. It's a week ago now, so I can't really remember. Endangerment.
Yeah. And then basically you do the whole pillar thing.
Yeah. Gotta look around here, gotta look for loot, you know? The pillar
Always.
thing. Mate, the pillar. Whoa, tragedy struck. All of our friends. Avalanche crew. What's going on still? We're dropping like flies.
Yeah. Sad times. I mean, that was one of the central points of the OG was to really ride home, the deaths of people around you and your friends. So, yeah, one of the central themes to the game. So, it was obviously going to happen in this one too.
Okay. So, I go back to Era's house, yeah? Or, no, I thought I was going back to the slums.
Nope, you're going into the slums, yeah. You just want to have a little wander around Sector 5 there.
Ugh.
Yeah, this stream, everyone, is going to be a fairly chilled one. We had massive storyline developments in the last stream. This one's going to be focusing more on just some of the side quests and the things around that as well.
Hey Stol, I replayed FF7 Shinra building, but I did not find the purple flower. So I looked it up online, and man, you should know, I stumbled on some Frog Sephiroth channel where it explained everything in detail. Nice. Frog Sephiroth?
You're talking about Sleep Easy. Yeah, Sleep Easy. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
He's a really, really good YouTuber. I recommend him to everybody. He has some crazy theories on this game, and
nice.
It sounds like you've gone down the rabbit hole, Brandon. Yeah, Sleep Easy. Shout out to him. Really, really, really good content, good stuff. Cannot say any more great things about it.
Love that, man. I mean, that's the whole reason why we're here, right? It's inspiration by people.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah.
Yo,
yeah, and you.
Cacti, Chocobo. Isn't this the guy who like? Shit, what's his name? And he just knifes you. He's like an enemy.
Tonberry.
Tonberry, is that what his name is?
Yep.
Yeah, Tonberry just knifes you and you're dead. Hilarious villain.
Yep. One hit wonder, just bang, kills you.
Alright, Zach Efron.
Yeah. So yeah, with Sleep Easy and his theories, you're gonna go down deep rabbit holes. Plan time, because you're gonna spend hours. His things go hours long. But it's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it.
What's that? Turbo Shack. Nice, he's here. Tonberry, yeah.
Turbo Shack's on board. Nice one.
Tonberry.
Welcome back, Shack.
Okay, so I assume
Yeah.
I'm gonna just run around and find a little exclamation mark. Find next little quest. Oh, here we are.
Kind of need to go, into the center of
let's
town
get it.
first.
Oh, here we go. Here's Chadley, the little. Oh, he's on the right. Oh, hello, Kyrie.
Because boy, do I have some news for you.
Kyrie.
Kyrie. I would pronounce it Kyrie. Shout out to Brooklyn Nets.
So after bombing reactors 1 and 5, what do the eco-terrorists do? They go for the trifecta and take out Mako Reactor 7. Another attack by amateurs who don't care about collateral damage. The sky is falling and Avalanche is to blame. But wait! Did you know Wutai is the one funding their activities? For all their claims about fighting for the slums, they're nothing more than pawns of Wutai, puppets dancing to the tune of their foreign masters. And that's the truth. Topside news delivered straight to your ears. That'll be 5 gil. 5 gil, come on.
Damn, man. Knew we couldn't trust Wutai to leave us alone.
It's the reactors. They want them, we got them.
Does this mean there'll be another war?
After what they've done, what choice do we have?
5 gil apiece, cough it up. The truth ain't free, you know.
What is she
Damn
wearing?
pawns of Wutai. I couldn't care less about the rest, but that shit.
No one will listen to us. There's no point in even trying.
Yeah, I'd listen to Tifa every time too.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Voice of reason.
Tifa, listen.
I mean, should be the voice
There's
of
no
anything.
room in this for
Still
regrets
change
or
my mind.
what ifs or any of that. All we can do is keep moving forward. Keep following this path we chose. Wherever, so we can say we did all we could.
I know. But right now, instead of looking forward, you need to look around. Everyone here is terrified. So I'm asking you, don't.
Nice bit of Peter. How good's old mate just in the background? He's bloody V-dub. Odd jobs, the final job. Okay. Collapsed plate means that many people in slums are in desperate need of assistance. Am I catching cats again? Once the party
Basically.
enters the Shinra building. Oh, so this is basically your warning. Listen, you go
I
Shinra
know we're
building,
short on time,
no coming
but
back.
Let's try to help out.
Let's do some odd
wherever we
jobs.
Yep. I think these ones are a bit of a step up over previous ones that are in the game. I don't mind Kyrie's hustle in that she's coming down here asking for money, spreading apparent news. But on the other hand, it doesn't really feel like it's news because if you remember in Reactor 5, we were basically on TV and Barrett was characterized as an arm of Wutai, so
Yeah.
this has all sort of been given out to the public before, so I don't know why. Yeah.
How far
Okay,
did those
Brandon's
go?
just said, just go to War Market and get Party's new weapons. The Party's new weapons? I assume that's someone. Here he is, look at this little...
We'll do, but we'll sort of do it in a roundabout way, Brandon, if you don't mind.
So
Yeah,
here
let's
we go.
try and get all
We've
these
got,
green exclamation
Miss
marks.
Folia.
Yeah.
Miss Folia with a stamp skirt, nice, legal fashion.
Oh, Cloud, have you seen the kids around by any chance?
Oh, my
I
heart,
haven't
kids
seen
again.
them since they left to do their patrols. I knew I should have told them to stay inside today. If you do happen to run into them somewhere, could you tell them to come back right away? I can describe them if it'd help.
Don't worry. I'll know.
Just stay calm and wait here. You never know. They might come back on their own.
I can describe a
Okay.
child if you want. Nah, I'm good.
Yes, of course.
I once was
Thank
a
you
kid
so very
myself.
much.
So I assume they're in their little hideout down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a safe bet, no?
You could have a check.
So Barrett was bit of music. Barrett was a bit upset last chapter, wasn't he? You're right.
Yeah, he basically lost it, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I think the more interesting thing was straight after that. You want to buy the Moogle's mortar. That's something you absolutely need to get.
Is it?
Yeah. And then directly after that, you had an incident with Sephiroth, which was pretty cool, and that's sort of where we got into some of the deep end of Sephiroth, and Cloud's hallucinations.
Leaving already?
Yeah. Well, with the theory is multiple Sephiroths, isn't there?
Yeah. There's different Sephiroths for each and every situation.
Oh, hey Cloud, you're just in time. Guess what? We made Whack-A-Box way harder.
Am I going to get to do Whack-A-Box again?
You can do it as many times as you like, whenever you like. It's always there to do.
Oh, so this isn't a side quest.
No one else will.
No. You want to get out of the hideout.
Gotcha.
So we decided to.
Yep.
Wow, that sounds like a terrible.
It is not. We've all put up. So why don't you?
Cloud saying what is on everyone's mind.
You're not up
What?
for the challenge.
Sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, I was mashing triangle. The minute I found out it wasn't a side quest, get me out of here.
Yeah, you're still going the
Still
wrong way.
pincer, get it. Ooh, should I? Is it? I thought the weapon we got last time for Barret is the one. Oh no, I've already learnt that skill. You're so right. I keep forgetting that. Okay, I'll get still pincer, and I'm sure I'm going to come back through here on the way back.
You want to exit the hideout in this area?
Oh, it's not down here. Okay.
Nah.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't feel like fighting smoggers and chimneys anyway. Probably died of it, to be fair, and I've kept a okay record as of late with not getting
Not
down.
dying, yeah.
Yeah, not dying on the first 10 minutes of every stream. Shout out to resilience, people. Keep practicing. Yeah.
Yeah. So once we exit here,
Good to see you, Kuko.
this kid, he's just trying to sell you something all the time. You can't walk around a corner without this guy trying to sell you something.
Where does he get steel pincer from, you know? He's just like,
Just
"Wait, guess
stole
what? I found an arm for you, mate."
He seems like a very resourceful young man, so I wouldn't put it past him.
Thief.
Steel pincers, but that means you've got, a melee weapon now, just to let you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you will want to learn its ability, because it's...
Yeah.
We learn all abilities here.
Which is charged uppercut, I assume. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
We learn all abilities. Nice.
Maybe just put the auto SP on as well. Do that when you get out of here.
I keep forgetting.
But yeah,
Battle novice.
here in Sector 5, we're looking for a Chocobo stable hand, and we're looking for the Doctor. So the Doctor should be up near the orphanage, and stable hand should be when you exit the town.
I'm looking for kids now, right?
Hmm.
Am I supposed to be finding...
One of many things you're looking for.
Oh, so you can do like multiple side quests on the go?
Yeah, there are a lot. I think we should just get them, all in front of us, and then we know what to look for.
Wait, I'm going upgrade.
Yeah, see Big Bertha and Steel Pincers. Get your SPs there. The auto. Yeah. There you go.
Love that auto. Oh, get it. This menus, man. Hey, by any miracle chance, if any devs are watching this or have seen this, I hope you catch this 5 seconds when I say sort the battle menus. They're so not intuitive at all.
Just to your left here, we should see the Doctor down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wants you to do something for him.
What am I gonna do now? Hey, I know you. You're Eret's bodyguard. I could really use her help. She always knew where to find the best herbs.
It's words.
You haven't seen her,
Yeah,
have you?
Brendan. Words of frustration, mate.
I used up all my meds treating people injured when the plate fell, you see. I could make more, but not without those herbs.
So what do you need?
You mean you're willing to help me out? Oh, thank you. You'd be doing this town a huge favor. Here's a list of everything I'm looking for.
Love a list. Doctor's list obtained. Can I read the list now? Sure, you must be able to. Key weapons, doctor's list, herbs. Nice. Moogle's mortar, so I guess I need to go back to that kid.
You got that.
Behemoth horn from the underground lab. Wait, I have to go back to where Barret was? Medicinal flowers
Maybe.
from Earth. Horns.
Okay, that's fine. We'll get those things along the way.
Language the
So
right
maybe
one
just
it
look for
is.
this. Is it in Japanese?
That ain't no language I've ever seen, mate. It's in
Right,
Midgarian,
okay. It's-
whatever it is.
Yeah, Midgarian.
Yeah, mid-gear dribble. So, if that says underground lab, is that something that I could have picked up and by shooting all those boxes, or I just was too lazy to?
No, it's something that you could only get at this point in the game.
Got you. Oh, there's a jukebox. I thought I could buy a new track. It's just playing all mine.
Yeah, I think you've bought that one already. Tango of Tears. Otherwise, it'd be like question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Cool. Now I need one more little green exclamation mark. Yeah. So speak on the last chapter, Stol. Like there was a lot, multiple Sephiroth theories.
Yeah, we got deep into that, and after that, you went to go and find your friends in the slums, in the Sector 7 slums, because you were concerned as to whether or not some of them might have lived, and we actually found Wedge. He was still alive. But you went down into the depths of this laboratory from Shinra, or one of Shinra's laboratories, where they're performing experiments on humans, which is very questionable, obviously.
Yeah, the one-winged little fish Aquaman monsters.
Aquaman, yeah. Very generic-looking monsters, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The OG monsters looked far more menacing.
Hang on, mate.
But
Can I just get
we got into that chat last one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get your latte.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Here's our good mate Chocobo Stable Hand here.
Hey, you! Cloud, right? Man, am I glad I caught you. Sam, he told me who you are. Said you're a merc.
Sam
and
Hugh
a former
Jackman
soldier at that.
War Market.
Listen, I hate to ask, but we got a few runaway birds. Mind helping us find them? Poor things were so startled by that plate coming down. They just up both.
Hugh Jackman's obviously celebrating Australia Day today as well.
Frightened and hungry. My poor birds.
Poor birds. Dude.
I think we can help.
Possibly the worst voice actor we've come across in the game.
Thank you. When you find them, feed them this. There's 3 missing all told.
The Stable Hand or Barrett?
This guy.
Lolo and Momo.
My poor
They'll come on
birds.
home once they got some food in their bellies. Good luck. I'm counting on y'all.
Chocolate carriages will take you to destination much faster. Oh, quick travel.
Yeah, you got to find all the Chocobos first. It's super convenient once you
I
do
bet,
the.
man. Quick travel's my
Supposed to.
jam. Oh, and they actually got to put them on the map.
Yeah, you get like little bus stops. Yeah.
Yeah, it was it cost gil to go there. Oh yeah, of course you have to pay the trip. Why would you ever want to go to the Collapse Freeway? Come on, War Market. Man, set me up a season travel pass to War Market and back all the time.
Yep. So, yeah, I would say exit town, but on the opposite side, not that side. If you go to the opposite side. Talking about voice actors, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake in German. Just
Nice.
as a little bit of research for the stream.
Yeah.
And I have something to say.
Go on.
Barrett's voice actor is also really good in German. He's extremely jovial, which is super interesting. Yeah, like it's a different spin on Barrett. Like just playing the game, if you played it in English and German, you have a completely different sort of impression of Barrett just because of the way the voice actor, does their voice.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Hello. What's this guy? What's his armband?
A moment of your time, good sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a mercenary, yes?
Didn't know Nick
The
Kroll
one
was in
I've
the game.
heard so much about. Oh, hello there. It is a pleasure to meet you both. I'm
No.
a journalist for the
Haven't played
Daily
that,
Buzz.
Brandon.
The Daily Buzz? You mean that trash filled with Shinra fluff pieces?
Well, yes, that's fair.
Where's
But
the press
we
pass?
do get a lot of inside information because of
I've
our
watched a
close
playthrough
ties
of
with
it,
the-
Brandon. So I know the storyline.
Curious? Here's the scoop. A certain division of Shinra, that shall remain nameless, was planning to seize Corneo's assets. But before they could, the key to his secret vault, within which his misbegotten gains were securely tucked away, was stolen. And my sources tell me that the thief is the Undercity's beloved hero, the Angel of the Slums. The unidentified bandit who's been targeting anyone with ties to Shinra or Corneo. Yes! That
Is he talking about
Angel
us?
of the Slums.
No.
So, do I have your undivided attention now?
Kinda, but hurry it up. We don't have time for a
Did we just
three-act play.
kick Corneo's ass?
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, you
Here,
did.
You can have this. It's a map to the Angel's very own secret hideout.
What are you asking?
Barrett with his like Edward Scissorhands there next to
Choose
you.
to help yourself to the contents of Corneo's vault. All I want is knowledge, the identity of the Angel. So if you happen to learn anything of
Wow,
value, I'd be tremendously
Dirge,
grateful
that
to
was
you
your
if you passed
intro,
it
your
along.
introduction. Oh no, first FPS game. First person shooter, gotcha. Yep.
Oh, nice.
So head right, Ant?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
And yeah, this is where we should be able to knock out a couple of side quests in one go as we go along here. So once we head up, on your right there will be the place where you go to save the kids. So that guy you just ran into, he's basically a reporter for Shinra, and you didn't get to meet him last time we were wandering around the Sector 5 slums, but was raving on about this, you know, Angel of the Slums, and we're going to basically complete that little side story. If you'd done it in the beginning, it doesn't matter. You hear about her or him, but yeah.
I assume it's telling me to go this way.
Yeah, and make sure you've got ice equipped to everybody
look,
and
good
elementals.
Ice, ice.
Baby.
That's the way you pick that up. Nice. Oh, you got these little pincers. But he can't do range attacks now, right? So he got ice.
Yeah, he can't. This battle's not easy. I might recommend that you jump back to his other weapon just for this fight.
Okay. The Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. Yeah, and make sure you do those SP points on it because it's.
Just make sure. I like Tifa's. She's loaded out. Put that extra slot. That's what we like. See what I mean? Like, just give me the R1, L1 buttons. L1, R1, just to go through these different, like, kind of. Enough. I keep talking about it.
Yeah, no, I'm completely on board with you.
I'm doing
mate.
the same thing. Got to press triangle now. There we go. Oh.
It was far more intuitive in the OG. Like you could press square or whatever, and it would jump you from like equipment to materia.
Yeah.
Just by square. Or you could do complete loadouts of materia. You could swap them between characters just with the click of like 2 buttons, rather than having to move every individual materia, which is incredibly frustrating, and particularly later on in the game, which you'll get to experience, Anthony. So.
Ooh, arena,
You can just look forward to that now, can't ya?
Well, thank you for that. That's frustrating. Let's go. Cobwebs, I imagine I'm going to fight some sort of kid.
Just gonna fight this kid.
Hey,
Hey,
Barbara's
Cloud.
learned a new hairstyle. Go get your
Gotta be
haircut.
one of them lost kids.
Lost? Who said we were lost? Stupid old man.
Do you know what I absolutely
What'd you
love?
say?
Excuse you, little
What are you doing out here?
stupid old
Where's everyone
man.
else?
You're the one who's
Well,
lost.
we saw a bunch of tombstones lying on the ground, so we decided to stand them back up. And then I heard
German
laughing
interaction
come
there
from
between
somewhere,
Barrett and the kid was
then I
actually
turned
really good as
around,
well.
Everyone was gone. I was alone.
Where's your best friend Hall? Go find Hall notes, yeah? Ghosts? Whispers?
That! I heard that, and everyone
Paul,
disappeared.
you mean Top Gun?
Heads up.
Ooh, hello. Maybe I should have... Oh, you heal these guys, right? Triple slash.
No, fire I think is your
I can't...
go-to here. I said ice, but I thought you were against someone else.
Why can't I use... I can't use any spells. Did you see that?
Do you
is
have
it 'cause
material
they-
equipped?
Too easy.
Yeah, is it because they disappeared? No, it's because they disappeared.
Cool, so while you're doing this, Anthony, Brandon's just pumping out the questions here. So, Dirge, Dirge is obviously a part of the compilation series, and it's where you are Vincent, and it's set after the events of Final Fantasy VII, and also after the events of Advent Children.
Vincent, love me a bit of Vincent.
Bit of Vincent Valentine, mate. Yeah, exactly. He's a very memorable character, so I was sure that you would know who he is.
Yeah.
But before we sort of talk about that, I do want to go back a little bit, because your next question is huge as well. My take on negative live stream. I had some other things. I wanted to just cover some really sort of basics as we go along here, just to get Anthony up to a point where he can sort of talk about this stuff as well, because it's very, very deep lore. So let's just, you know, go over OG stuff. I think is important, because that's kind of where we left it off last stream, was where we just learned about Aerith being an ancient.
And eternal.
Yeah, well, an eternal. Well, yeah, what does that mean to you, Anne, an ancient?
Oh, mate. It's hard for me not to take comparisons to like Marvel comics, or, you know, the comic books that I read and all that. And I mean, I guess being an ancient is someone, you know, who was above. Feels a bit deep how I'm going to word this, but above all, it's like, you know, the creator, the bringer, like the reason for stuff. That's how I would see it. The ancient, she's the reason for the life force, for energy, for whatever it is. I guess not to jump on what Brandon's just said. I guess, but the bad in the world. I'm not referring to God. But, you know, like you could possibly have different ancients that are responsible for different parts. You know. One's responsible for environment, or, you know, I guess the Mother Nature, so to speak. I'm probably way off base. Yeah, I'm concentrating on this battle. But yeah.
I think you're slightly off base, but I don't think that's bad. It was interesting to hear your little theories on that, and they're helpful as well. Yeah, healing up.
Yeah, I'm trying, bro.
So, obviously the ancients were the original inhabitants of the planet. So they're a race of people, basically, before the people, the inhabitants of the planet now were widespread. Okay. And they all died out, except for very few of them, because we found out Aerith is an ancient. That's what we found out last episode.
Are they immortal? No, because they died out.
They're not immortal, no. No. They've got normal lifespans.
I was referring to someone who's immortal.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It's good. It's good that we cleared that up. But I always liked that idea of there being this older race of people. I thought that was a really cool aspect to the storyline. And it really sort of injects an air of mysticism about it. And this mysticism's like, oh, who are these people? You know, okay, there were people before these people. Okay, well, who are they then? And what are they about? And what's their culture? And what do they do? You know, you start going down these long paths of questions. You want to know more about them. Look at you, coming with a clutch.
I didn't find that difficult. It wasn't like those two freaking dogs in the secret lab.
There's Top Gun.
Guys.
There he is, Top Gun. Nice.
Oh. Look, Cloud's here too.
Holy shit, Viper's up here.
Why'd you kids come out all this way?
This is where our parents are. They're resting, but we wanted to say hi. Sometimes you just want to do that, you know?
I do.
Thanks so much for coming to find us. That's another one I owe ya. We're gonna head back to the house now.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Miss Foley is probably pretty worried.
Hey, Cloud, I found this
Time
on the ground.
materia.
You should take it. I think it might come in handy.
Bunch of little smartasses. With good
You think being a parent, Barrett would probably be a little bit more, I guess, patient, more forgiving towards these kids?
No, I'm on Barrett's side for sure. Like, you can't let these kids be giving you lip like that.
Okay,
So-
yeah, you've converted me. I'm on your side, and Barrett's.
Yeah, like, are you gonna let these little kids just walk all over you? No, I mean, hey, dude, I'm the adult here, you're the kid. Get in line.
Fair.
So, the question with regards to the ancients is, why did they die out? I'm wondering if you know the answer to this, Ant, because you did play OG.
Oh, dude.
Head to your right.
Yep. Why did they
Any
die
ideas
out?
there?
Did they suck the life force out of him? Mako energy?
No.
No.
So, we sort of talked about this stuff before.
Chocobo. Yeah?
Yeah, Chocobo, you gotta go talk to him because
Wait,
that's what you're trying to do, trying to rescue the Chocobos.
Always weary of these things. They turn into smoggers.
Chimneys, yeah.
Just, oh, pops a smogger and then I'm dead. Oh, look at the sound the Chocobo makes. Look at those talons. Cassowaries, eat your heart out. God, they look sick.
Slice
That's really
you up.
like the first kind of Chocobo I've seen in this game that's not in the background. Or, you know, it's interactable. It's exactly how I pictured they would look. I mean... Oh shit. Rust.
So you want to
tray.
cast ice on this guy, and wind. Yeah, those are the two things this guy's weak against. Be careful, he does this weird gravitational thing which
I've got fire
chops down
on.
your life.
It's probably not great. I'll try
No,
thunder.
it's not exactly great. And you'll also want you'll also want yeah, a cure all. I don't know if you've got that, or the magnify. Anyway, so let's jump back to those ancients. How do they die out? One word. Genova.
Ah, okay, yeah.
You asked in, like, I think the first or second stream, who's Genova? What is this person?
Yeah.
Like, so I want to make sure that you know who this person is, because the OG will teach you who this is, and I feel like in Remake you kind of just expect to know a lot of information that you shouldn't necessarily know, but they do expect that from you, and they expect you've kind of played the OG.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, what I can recommend... Yeah, he'll hurt you. So, he's casting gravity spells on you, and what they do is they break your life down by a percentage, so it will never actually kill you. But it's something you should be very wary of, because it will knock your life down significantly. But when you've got low life, it'll knock it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
But then he'll do something like that, like his big fire breath, and hurt you. Anyway. So Genova. Who or what is she? Where did she come from? Why? And what does she want? I can only recommend every single OG player to go to Professor Garth's laboratory and watch the videos, because there is a goldmine of information just in what those little videos contain when you watch them back.
Okay.
Super interesting stuff. And they talk about Genova and the death of the ancients. And apparently this information was passed down from ancient to ancient. And may I now introduce what they call themselves. Ancients call themselves the Cetra. So that's what Brandon was talking about before when he said, well, you know, how do you feel about the Cetra and blah blah blah.
Gotcha.
So the Cetra we're talking about, an incident that happened. An incident that wounded the planet. And at one point, they say, it looked like our dead brothers and our dead mothers, showing us spectres of the past. So, in a previous stream, I also mentioned about OG alluding to whispers or pot ghosts.
Yeah.
So that's basically the exact sentence that Afalna says. Afalna being Aerith's mother. Exactly. So, now, who's Genova and what is she? She first approached the Cetra as a friend, deceived them, and finally gave them a virus, which transformed them into monsters. Now, I really like this. This is super cool, because you've got a great explanation on materia and what materia is. They're these magical orbs. It's like a crystallized piece of Mako energy, which is really cool because in other Final Fantasies, like your favorite Final Fantasy, Anthony, number 8,
wait, no,
magic
Final
is
Fantasy...
just...
Holy shit, did I just beat that thing? I was for
You
sure
beat
thought
it.
I was gonna die.
Yeah,
Yo.
it feels like that when you're playing it because of the very little life you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk
Shout
to the
out.
Chocobo.
Also, shout out to Final Fantasy VIII. Bow, ba, bow, ba, bow, ba, bow, ba. So good.
Yeah, So your favorite Final Fantasy magic in that game it comes from draw points. There's nothing tangible with it. So that's why I really like Final Fantasy VII. Is because magic comes from these orbs. At least you've got something tangible that you can sort of latch onto.
Yep.
Keep heading. Not in the direction you're facing, in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I'm just gonna heal up.
Yeah. That's clearly something you need to do.
Wait. I think I remember this. Hold L1 and it's like all multiple use. Bang. Shout out to Brandon in the numerous episodes he's mentioned that. It's finally stuck, you know?
Right, so the planet was wounded, and the wound was Genova landing because crazy. Like, if you want to talk about crazy storylines, Final Fantasy VII is it. Genova is an alien.
Yes, I recall this now. Gotcha.
And I love the way that the Cetra refer to her as the calamity from the sky.
Okay.
Because that's it. She fell down from outer space one day, damaged the planet, and then started appearing.
Is she... Okay. Is she the logo?
Head right. No, she's not.
She's not. Nope. It's all hit me. It's all hit me. It's all hit me. I know why the logo's there. Yep. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, cool.
That's okay. So, Genova comes to Earth, damages the planet, and starts infecting the local population. Appearing to them, making them delusional, and then they turn into monsters after a while because they're infected by her. That is who Genova is. We'll get into the why in a second.
I know you. You're that Murph, the one everyone in town's been talking about. Take a deep breath and calm down, kiddo.
Muriel.
I'm Mireille.
This old duck.
Just another old woman who likes to talk and loves to listen.
What are you doing here?
She also loves the Rescue Rangers based on her outfit.
Yes. Hunting for Don Corneo's fortune.
How'd you know about that?
Well, there's nothing I love more than a good
She seems like she's out on an adventure with a, backpack like that. She's well prepared.
Your bubble, but it's not here.
If the Angel of the Slums got to it first, then I'm guessing that guild is as good as gone.
Who's this Angel of the Slums?
Sounds like a reasonable assumption. But you know, that's not the rumor that's been making the rounds. Humor me real quick. A question. Hypothetically, if you did manage to get your hands on this treasure, what do you think you would do with it?
Easy. Make sure the people of Sector 7 had the means to get back on their feet. That's what. We'd use
I was going to say sell it.
fortune to better the lives of everyone down
Because
here.
Robin Hood, yeah, I had the opposite thought, Brandon.
Right. Back to this
I was like, sell it, buy all the
Word on
weapons I can.
Says the Angel doesn't have the key. If you want the full
A
story,
week out
talk to
in Wall
She
Market.
may be young, but she knows everything about everyone.
If you want to know the full story, talk to Kyrie.
Striped stockings, big hat. Girl doesn't exactly.
Yeah, I
fit
seen
in.
her. She dresses like she's from 1998.
Oh, who knows? I'm too old to keep up with kids her age these days.
Yeah.
You understand.
Yeah, I thought that was just going to be money we could earn, and just here's a week and go have a swim in the Mako water, mate. Mako beers, go for a week down in Wall Market. Alrighty.
Head to Sector 5 train station.
Gotta get back. Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's fascinating. She ends up being...
Why is this not working? Yep. Genova, you're talking about.
Yeah, Genova.
Oh,
what happens is,
fucking
the Cetra find a way...
Maybe I can... You won't see
Let's
me?
end
Nope.
this quick.
No, you got to get him. Electricity being your friend with him.
Yeah, focus the smoggers, guys.
Take the lead.
All right.
There's someone behind us as well. It's just occurred to me that it potentially was like I just wasn't upgrading my weapons or doing anything of the sort, so that's why those guys were so hard, because now they seem so easy.
That it?
Yeah, after a while your level will go up so that they do feel easy. But that'll still get you every time.
Fucking
Yeah, up there.
Gotta go to the train station. Yeah.
Yeah, go to the right. Yep. So another word which you might have heard being thrown around a lot, and you will remember from the first, is weapon.
Yep. Of course.
So I'm going to fill some memory gaps for you here, and weapon was produced by the planet to destroy Genova.
Oh my god, it's like I'm reliving when I was like 13 again, like, you know? Like, you know when you have those hits and it's like a big night out, and you're like, I have no idea what happened, and then someone starts talking to you, you're like, oh yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's kind of what this is feeling like.
3 shots of tequila later, that's why.
The Mako beers afterwards, they'll get you, they'll take your memories too. Yeah. Okay,
so
that makes
it was
sense.
produced by the planet to destroy Genova. However, the Cetra managed to capture her and seal her off. So the weapons were never used. They were just sort of, you know, placed underground, away.
One in the desert, one under the sea.
Exactly. In case. No, actually, they're all in the northern crater.
These guys are going to put me to sleep, aren't they?
They'll try and suck your face.
Give me a kiss. One said straight away.
Not shy, these guys.
Nah, mate.
It's like a Glasgow nightclub here.
Going in for the kills. Pressured. Yeah, okay. Hey, hello.
Yeah. So that's sort of a brief outline around the Cetra and Genova.
You don't find out about this in this one? Okay, so no, you wouldn't, would you? Because you don't
Not to this
hear about that
detail,
stuff
no.
to like disc 2 or 3, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we got to assume this is disc 1. Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah. So then what Sephiroth believes is that Genova is his mother, because he was experimented upon by Hojo. Hojo took Genova cells and was using these Genova cells to create these super soldiers like Sephiroth. That's why Sephiroth is actually under the assumption that he's under the assumption that Genova is his mother when she's actually not. His mother is Lucretia and his father is actually Hojo, which is super creepy, and that's a part of Vincent's storyline if you follow that in the OG. But this is the thing. I'm really interested to know how they're going to approach these sorts of topics in this one.
Was I supposed to go down?
No, you were down there. You want to just leave here. Yeah,
gotcha.
Go up there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so much going on.
Suck face again.
Bring it.
Right, so now I think we want to get into live stream.
Too late. Come on.
Please.
This is a question that came up. What is live stream? You saw that animal just there turn into like green sort of dots.
Piece of cake.
It's the Force mate.
When it died. Everything born of the planet. Metachlorians, yeah. Nah, everything that's born off the planet returns to the planet at some point, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the life force of all living things. And contained within it is every life force, every memory, every sort of part of its being is there. So that when people die and things happen, they enter the live stream.
Oi, oi, Johnny!
I'm gonna go chase up Johnny.
Do you think he remembers us?
The dude is always complaining. This guy is just he's a hot mess. His whole life, he just doesn't.
Music.
Didn't get that one. He's that
His
guy.
whole story being told from Cloud's perspective and legend written by Genova. His genius, the actor, is this unreliable narrator.
Hey there, man. You into
We
music?
must find the
I
true
screwed up an
story
order of
ourselves.
discs, sitting on a mountain of them now.
Exactly.
Mind taking at
Well
least
put.
one off my
Well put,
hands?
Brandon. Descendant of Shinobu.
Yeah, because none of this stuff is made apparent to you. You think you're just following this mercenary soldier, but actually what's really going on is something completely different.
Yeah.
Bro, Tifa! Damn, is it good to see you guys again.
I like Johnny's music.
I told you to stop calling me that.
Bro, I'm in serious need of your expertise. Lend me a hand.
Fine. What?
Truth is, I'm trying to get out of town for reasons. Yeah, reasons. But the thing is, I got mugged. She took it all, man. I tried to chase her down, I really did.
Sometimes the characters they're just so
Man,
comical
what
that
am
you
I
just
gonna
love
do?
them. That's
This could be
Johnny,
the
man.
end for old Johnny boy.
For sure.
I'm
Yeah.
begging you, help me out. Come on, bro.
He's like the salesman on Simpsons.
What
I might have said this previously.
Bro.
Old Gil?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
old Gil.
Let me think. Want to get this right. She was a cutie, black hair. Pretty sure she was wearing a hat. And oh yeah, she was wearing these striped stockings too.
Kyrie?
Got an idea.
Yep.
Which way she go?
Okay.
Glad just outed with it.
She's causing it. Kyrie's causing it. I still resent.
So head down to the
resent when they
church.
call her Kyrie.
Turn around.
Oh, am I going the wrong way? Nice, good looks.
Yep.
Oh, head to the church.
Head to the church.
The one where we fought.
I don't know if you're a fan of 80s music, Anthony, but there's a song called Kyrie
Is it?
by, by, was it Mr. or whatever? By, Mr. Mister.
Whenever you say Mr. Mister, I just think of Happy Gilmore. Oh, you know that Mr. Mister lady? I think I just killed her. Is it? Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, it's on the other side here.
Yep.
Yep. Train station. Nice. Check out that guy's uniform. Nice one. Just 30 degree day. Dude's bacon. Oh, there she goes. Kyrie. Oi. Love that you
This is the song.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool song, I don't mind it.
Yeah, music taste is quite varied, mate. Going down.
Y'all done did it now.
I can't play this game without thinking about that song whenever she comes up. Yeah, cool. So we've been getting into some pretty deep stuff here. Ancients, weapon, Genova, all this good stuff. We know who Sephiroth's parents are from OG, which is actually Hojo and Lucretia. And Hojo just stole Vincent's missus, Lucretia, which is like, how did she make that decision? I mean, obviously she was a scientist, so she actually chose that.
Looks kind of like a ninja. Has like the red.
Kind of.
Yeah, red.
Like
cape.
a robot dude, kind of weird. Yeah, that guy. But the thing is, as long as Genova exists, the planet will never be able to fully heal itself, because she herself is like this poisoning force. She's poisoning the life stream. Life stream. Yeah, we just mentioned life stream. The thing with the Ancients is, or the Cetra, is they actually have the ability, and I want to say they've got a magical power, because in the OG they say it's not a magical power, it's kind of different. But what they have is, they have the ability to be able to do things that normal humans in this place can't do, that seem magical. For example, they can do a planet reading, as Eris refers to it in the original. So there's this communication going on with the planet. The Cetra themselves were far more in tune with the planet and what's going on than your average people here. Which I think is also kind of like a bit of a sort of nod to today's world, because if you find ancient or sort of tribal...
I like that. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Climb up there, but yeah, I like that detail. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, like if you found like a tribe in the Amazon forest, they know a lot more about nature and Earth. They're so in tune with it in comparison to, like, you know, modern scientists. They just know things that we don't. And you ask yourself, how do they know those things? But I think they're kind of nodding to that in this.
Medical files. So I think I've got everything for the doc. Maybe not the stuff from the lab. What is she doing? What are the...
You're missing one thing.
What is this? Like, who stands like that?
What? It wasn't me. You've got the wrong girl. Never committed a crime in my life.
You Kyrie?
Kyrie? Who's that? Can't say I know her, but cool name.
Someone mugged our friend and took every last gil he had. Sound familiar?
Oh, that? Ooh, I thought I was in actual trouble. Don't scare me like that.
Now I remember you. You're that chick. The one who was spreading lies in Sector 5.
Oh yeah, I did do that. Good times, good times. Hold on. I know you, Blondie. You're that merc everyone's talking about. Huh, maybe my luck's not so bad.
I see our reputations preceded us.
You gotta help me.
Numerous times.
Did you?
No. Well, yes, sorta. It's complicated. How was I supposed to know they were Shinra? And now those jerks won't leave me alone.
Is she in the original?
All I took was some ugly key. I mean, what's the big deal anyway?
Nope.
Wait a minute. That was you?
She's an add-in, but
Yeah.
she has been mentioned in the compilation series. That's why she's got more of a role now.
Gotcha.
Am I a dead woman? Do I have to
Just like Leslie, not in the original, but in the compilation, and has now been added in.
Kyrie, please. Just give us the money you stole from our friend.
What are you eating, Stol?
And the key while you're at it.
No way!
Am I that loud, am I?
You're gonna split me the second I do! And then who will protect me? I can't handle this on my own!
So far, the side quests aren't blowing up my skirt.
We'll handle Shinra if you give us the key. Deal?
It's a deal. Right
Or
about
maybe
now,
she's
those
just super
Shinra
annoying.
folks
Is she
are
meant to be
hanging out
this
at the
annoying?
Coliseum. They're waiting for a special
Yeah,
lunch
I think she
disguised
is supposed to be
starring
super
yours
mature.
truly. It's the talk
She's
of
exactly as
town.
the same way she comes across.
Oh, I won't be there. I'm not
I'd be looking for
stupid.
cats.
It's a miracle you've managed to stay alive this long.
I'll take that as a compliment. Now
Parrot
run
just said
along
it.
and clean
Yeah.
up my mess.
Okay, time
Alright.
for the bandit.
Head into the Coliseum to go and basically fight her battles for her.
War Market. Can I do a quick... I haven't unlocked the War Market one, right? So I can't...
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run down there, but
Is
shouldn't
there
be
anything
that
hidden in the
bad a
church?
walk.
Yeah, let's go. Let's walk it.
Maybe remember. Oh wait, no, turn around. You know the when you were in that sort of, you just defeated Reno, and to your right there was this area that was sort of barred off because of the ghosts and the whispers. To your right, just in there. And there's
Huge
your
gold
material.
materia. What do we got here?
What is it?
Can't see because my
Chakra.
face. Yeah.
How boring. What a boring material to get. Yeah.
I was hoping for
Anyway.
Ifrit's younger cousin or something. Shout out to Ifrit. How would you feel if... Oh man, here's a question I've not thought about for yourself and everyone watching. How would you feel if you played this and it wasn't Ifrit? Like maybe they redesigned like the summons. Kind of look like had the same powers as Ifrit, but you know, maybe it was like Son of Ifrit or something for a remake version.
Wait. You know what? People. This is a funny thing because I actually filled out a survey once on my feelings about Final Fantasy VII Remake and representation and all that sort of thing. Of course I did.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a very me thing to do. But anyway, one of the questions that came up in the survey was how do I feel about certain summons and which summon would I like to see in the next part, and you know, just general questions around summons. And I've got to just be very honest with everybody here.
Please.
I've never been a big summon dude.
Really? That's what I love so much about the OG was the summons, man. Cinematics with it.
Yeah, a lot of people did. I think I'm alone in this, but they never really interested me that much. I mean, obviously they're a very powerful way of defeating your enemy, so I was trying to get them at every turn.
I mean, I don't expect you to know this answer, so I'm just throwing it out there, but when was Pokemon first made? Because that's kind of what a summon feels like to me. It's like, whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa. I've got this in my back pocket, mate. This will do my fighting for me.
I don't know the answer to that, but it kind of feels like it was around the same time.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching that as a kid, you know,
Yeah, I
get
used
up
to
in the
love
morning.
the shit out of Pokemon, man.
Yeah. First thing you'd watch on TV in the morning, Cheese TV.
Cheese TV, shout out to... Oh, mate, you know there was one show on there that we've discussed at length. That was,
Yeah.
We actually were talking about it the other night that should deserve a game exactly like this, in this playthrough style. If everyone must know, it's called Technoman, or Tekkaman Blade. We're not going to get full into the anime, but Tekkaman Blade is an absolute classic of myself and Stol's. Yeah, so you're talking about Genova and Ultimate Weapons, Life Force more so.
Yeah, Technoman does hold a special place in both of our hearts. I think we'd say it was very, very impressionable anime series for a young man. I think, particularly that time. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so Livestream is basically the Cetra possess the ability. It's not a special magic power, but they're able to communicate and interact with Livestream the way that normal inhabitants of this planet can. And so that's where it's kind of like that bridge into fantasy, because you as a person are more grounded with the inhabitants of the planet now, like a Barrett or a Tifa. Gotcha. However, the more fantastical and magical things is your Aerith and the Cetra, and that is sort of it's an interesting way of bridging into that. So, very intelligent way of doing it, if you ask me. But the Livestream was used in the original to defeat the biggest threat, which was obviously Meteor, which is what you see on the front cover.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of ticked over in your head as you're like,
as I was saying,
is Genova on the front cover? Yeah, as you're saying it. But one thing we sort of did glance over was Genova's motivations. What does she want to do? Why is she here, and why is she causing so much destruction? That's what this entity does. She goes from world to world, and she tries to consume it, take it over, and basically leaves the next one.
Yeah, fair.
And it's on a cycle. Yeah, every 2,000 years. This is even mentioned in the OG. Every 2,000 years, there's a very large event. And that's why in this game's years, we are edging on the year 2000. And why things are happening. But Sephiroth has the same motivations as his supposed mother. He does want to take over the world, and he wants to go off into the stars and find the next world as well, which maybe we'll talk about again at the end of the game, because there's a bit of a scene there which leans heavily into that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I get to ride a carriage. Let's go. Oh, it gives me a load. Of course, sorry, it gives you a loading screen.
Yeah.
I've been blessed with PS5. Apologies. I forgot this was PS4 game.
Forgot that loading screens were a thing.
I actually did. Did you see or hear the disgust I had at that one point just then? Ugh, loading screen?
So back to Brandon's question. Could you read out Brandon's question again about negative live stream?
What was your take on the negative live stream? I know that those that return to the planet have the options to become live stream or ghost, but Geostigma is basically negative live stream too. Educate us with your insight, please.
Well, the thing is, what you're asking me to comment on is another YouTuber's theory on the whole thing. I mean, there's a lot of good lore in there, and he's really good at what he does, but the thing is, it hasn't been confirmed, so I don't want to speak on it as if it's fact. Do you know what I mean?
Betty, I'm so glad to see you're okay.
You too. Where's Marlene? Is she okay?
Don't worry. She's safe.
Really? I'm so glad.
This is the funniest side quest.
Can you help me with something?
Did I get my PS5 from pre-order or scalper? Ooh, well, Brandon. Very good question.
Make them happy.
I got mine on the launch night.
Okay.
I stayed up. I was thankfully off work, and so I had no stress.
You just promised to crank up the volume, all right?
Yeah. In the UK, we're in London. Apparently they were launching at 9 AM, and I didn't believe any of the vendors, and I stayed up all night, and it was a struggle, and I managed to get one straight from website. Early bird gets the worm.
So, Ant, do you want to choose song 16? Do you have that? No,
Yep.
don't have 16?
No.
Do you have song 30?
Maybe. No, I don't.
Nope. And do you have song 12? Those are the 3 songs you need to complete the side quest.
Don't have any of them.
Alright.
Are these
Doing
all
well
side
there.
quests? Get out of here, these are all side quests.
You just need to have all those 3 songs. No, you don't need to talk to them. You just need to have their 3 songs and then you can
Gotcha. Yeah,
carry on. But I'm sure you'll find them as you wander around.
I thought she was like a kid, you know, that they had to send back to the orphanage.
You might actually not be able to complete that side quest or even do one of them.
I just heard... wait. It's inside here. I found it.
Guess a lot more people made it out than I thought.
Welcome. Are you in need of accommodations?
No, I want that music.
No, not him.
Dude, let me shoot... No, it's here.
Yeah,
you
get
see it
that
in the top
song.
left. Yeah, where's... Oh, here it is.
The dude to your right.
This guy's just...
The guy's just in the corner!
Just Pringles
It's
man.
my dad.
Yeah, it is your dad. Just Pringles man just standing in the corner.
Nothing quite like kicking back.
Yo, you like this tune?
You want to get in on my flow?
Strong.
There's number 16. There you go. Yep.
So I need all 3 or just one of them?
You need all 3 to complete the challenge, but
Okay.
to get some good laughs, 1 should do. But yeah,
Wall market looks
think,
so
wait.
different in the day.
doesn't it? Doesn't it? What are your
This
thoughts
is-
on that?
I mean, yeah, I like... Yep. Clean it up after the mess that was last night. I bet you are, love. This is how every
Get that
place...
spew patch.
Yep, this is exactly how every place I've ever been that I've had a good night out feels the next day. Dang, I must wait till the scalping ends. I don't feel an extra $100 for this. Yeah, don't, dude. Don't honor him. It crossed my mind on launch night. I was just... Don't get me wrong, Brandon. It was hard. Get Party's new weapon. Where's this? The weapon store? What's it called? Gun or something? You know, weapon.
Yeah, you want to go up to the weapons store. Yeah.
Let me just look at my trusty map. Fucking Chadley. Of course, fucking Chadley. Materia store.
You want to go south of Chadley, but you haven't been there yet. It hasn't been uncovered. You got to go to that area
No, I
south of
have.
Chadley. Yeah, oh, there it is.
Oh, okay, so it's...
It resets with progression, yeah, because you haven't been to that part of Wall Market in this chapter. You have in other chapters, but on this one.
Tifa and Barrett's Tifa has a new limit. That would be sick. Yes, please. Oop. Oh yeah, I couldn't come here before, right? Because these boys were having a chat. All the drunkards.
No, you could have come here. You just didn't. But I didn't want to distract you either.
Yeah, we're having too much fun.
But there are certain alleys you can't go down because someone's spewing or whatever.
I'm such a dumbass. Do you want to know what I just did? I thought that blue broom handle was like the light coming off an item or materia. I was like, what's in here? Oh my god. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that to her, but I was like, yeah, fair play. Made a mistake. I was like, 2 materia down
Way
one
to be
alley.
honest.
Yeah. I mean, it did look like it from afar. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. Okay. Lost in the back streets. Can't go through that. Sweet, so I got to go down the weapon store. Let's get these new abilities. Farm boy. Already got it.
Yeah. So back to what Brandon was saying. Geostigma. You have to like Advent Children, I guess, to want to be on board with that. I don't mind it because the idea itself is based within original OG lore, as I was just getting to with Genova and how she infects things and she infects the live stream. She's a very poisonous creature, this thing that just corrupts people and turns the Cetra into monsters. Which I think is fantastic. So I just said to you, the materia itself is tangible in this thing. That gives you a tangible way as to how monsters were created. So this world probably didn't have monsters until Genova came and created them, because she corrupted them through her alien genes. Yeah, Mythal Rod.
Hard Edge. Ooh.
Ooh, you want the Hard Edge. That is the
Mithril?
best sword in the game, I think. Oh, they're
Is
both
it?
good. They're both good. How much money do you have? I can't see.
I got 4,900.
4-9. Ooh,
I know.
Spend carefully, but sell your grenades as well, obviously.
Yeah, I forgot I could sell shit. Let's sell it.
Sell old bangles, whatever.
Can you sell old weapons? Brandon, I don't accept laws post-OG. They seem forced, and maybe that's why I'm not into these whispers things. But time travel, count me in. Hey, I'm all up for time travel as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so exactly. Yeah.
Good point. Extra coin in the Coliseum. Let's do it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
So I'm with you on discounting compilation lore. It's tacked on. It basically is. You're basically we've covered this in many streams, but you're expanding on something that was great in its own little thing, and with expanding upon it, you are obviously subjected to the risk of putting something out there which is not necessarily helping, you know? And that's why I said to you, look, I'm all for expansions as long as it enriches the storyline.
Only a few left.
Yeah.
Get yours.
If it's just a tacky add-on where you're just like, what was that, you know? Like, the plethora of Aquaman Shinra soldiers coming at you, it's just like, ugh.
What's
and
really
you play
weird...
Dirge Surgers as well, but this is a Dirge Surgers player right here, so he knows how compilation series feels, because there's some odd things in that game, some really odd enemies, where you're kind of like, that doesn't even feel like Final Fantasy VII. Anyway, speak, Ant, sorry.
Yeah, just it's something you raised before, and don't worry. I mean, like, I'm invested in the remake and I'm enjoying it, but imagine I'm a brand new player, as I kind of was. Like, I forget most of the OG until you tell me, or until it sparks me. Like, it's not explaining much, you
Couldn't
know.
have picked a better time. This Kyrie chick
I-
totally
I-
breaked on her match, which means we were down a fighter, and we can't
This
exactly
guy,
pit the other
it's,
guy against himself. What do you say?
Tiger King.
Mind taking her spot?
Tiger King, that's it. Tiger King. Yeah, special match is the one you want to do. That's Kyrie's battle.
Sweet.
Yeah,
You're a real
I said this in a
Wall
previous
Market
stream.
hero, man.
You,
Crowd's gonna
as
go
a
wild
new
when they
player
see
to this
you.
game, are expected to just
Yeah.
digest so much information in terms of lore. You're expected to know a lot in terms of lore as well. So it's hard. I can see how you would just be overwhelmed with this barrage of story and information and everything.
Oh, here he is, Beastmaster.
Guessing he's the guy she's running from.
So you're actually going up against a monster here who's like half ice to half fire, so magic's not that great with him. If you're going to attack one side of him, make sure you're attacking the fire side with the ice. And if you're attacking the other side, make sure you're attacking his ice side
I
with
think
fire.
I've got fire on my blade.
Yeah. Then make sure with Technoman, with
Good reference.
with Cloud, make sure you're hitting the ice side, I guess.
Where's Tifa favoring? Lol. I always favorite Tifa. Hey. Facing. Where is she facing?
Deal with that.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, get rid of Beastmaster first because he's an easy pickings. But this beast is not necessarily going to be a walkover either. It's quite. Yeah. But yeah, time travel as well, I think, is such dangerous territory to go into. Don't mind them taking the risk and giving it a go. Last stream we talked about this and I said I'm not on board at all with anything, but I did retract that and say that's how I felt beforehand. But after a bit of diving into this, I'm like, well, I actually want to see where this is going. So yeah, let's see. Like, you've done incredibly well so far. I'm just saying, let's look at this in its entirety and see what it is. See what these guys have developed for us with the remake.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I get you, Brandon. Tifa was just glitched out into the wall.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, hey. Okay, can't use those two, so Maximum Fury on double ATB should be pretty decent though.
This fight's not over yet.
Run, baby. Dang, I'll tell you what. Bloody star shower. How can you tell when it's fire or ice? Do you know what I mean? 'Cause it just looks like it's both all the time.
Hellhound is just one, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
I get you.
I'm sorry. It's on you.
Beastmaster. Oh my god. I'm still kicking.
He's the master of all beasts. Let me have a quick look.
Cure,
See if
cure on it? Cure on it? Cure, okay.
Ah, yeah. Brandon, Brady Games.
Brady Games coming through. Cure, baby! Pressured! Nice. I mean, I'm really low. Just gonna go for as much pressure damage. Oh, and ice for its other head. I need to use Cure on myself.
It doesn't seem like you're able to sort of, like, choose the heads. It just says Hellhound,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's why I was a bit confused as well, because I know this enemy, and I always remember it to have sort of 2 points of attack. But, yeah.
Sipping on those Phoenix Downs, you know me. Love that. Wouldn't be me if we didn't get someone down during a fight. Oh, what is that? Little hedgehog. Shout out Sonic the Hedgehog right there.
What?
Do you see it? Just do its little like turbo roll.
Oh yeah, okay, Sonic the Hedgehog, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, but for the sake of realism. Yeah, it's fair. See? Sonic.
There it is, yeah. Yeah, so time travel, I'm super wary when it comes to time travel, because time travel is a very difficult thing to get right. It's a very difficult thing to get right, and Back to the Future, it's one of the very few that get it right. I think Anthony and I, we're big fans of this time travel film. It's called Primer. And you need to, you need to have a good mind to watch that. Like, and you got to watch it 3 or 4 times to really understand what's going on. It's super complex, and that's time travel. Time travel is super complex, but it's also a very difficult thing to get right. And for them to just sort of flaunt it in this video game like this, that's where I'm kind of like, ooh, I'm a little bit worried about the direction we're going. Well, not worried, no, concerned. However, I say that, but I'm super stoked with what they've done in this version, so I have every confidence that they can pull it off. Well, I retract that. I have every confidence that they have the ability to pull that off. Whether the execution pulls through for them, I don't know, because this is definitely something, we've talked about. A lot of the ideas are fantastic in this, but execution seems to sometimes let them down. And, I can't hear your music, Anne, but...
It looks good. Sounds good, sir.
Best song in...
What?
FF7 remake? No. Just like the Coliseum music.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, this will save you a trip. You can return to Kyrie if you want.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, loading screen. I might take a quick
Yeah,
intermission.
quick toilet break. Yep. Great minds think alike, as they say.
And we're back. Perfect. Apologies if there was any delay.
Well enough. If they're smart, they won't send anyone else.
Okay, took care of a debt.
That is so good to hear.
Learn your lesson, girl?
Totally. From now on, I only steal from the right people.
That ain't the lesson.
Good call,
about a weight
Barrett.
off my shoulders. Oh, I completely lost track of time. I'd better get going.
Hold it.
Grandma! Why are you here?
You, young lady.
Wait,
are
is
going
that
to
her
deal
actual
with
grandma,
this
or she
later.
just calls it grandma?
Thank you for keeping her out of trouble.
She said grandma?
What? Did I
Read
forget
my
to
mind,
mention
Tifa.
it to you? Kyrie is my granddaughter, my flesh and blood.
I mean, yeah,
See?
you did forget.
We even have the same eyes. Kyrie, the key. You've kept them waiting long
Same
enough.
eyes, same sense of fashion.
Yeah. What's it for?
Is it clear who the angel of the slums is now?
And how's that any of
Huh?
your business, young lady? Learn to wipe your
Or
own
Kyrie.
ass before you start rooting around in other people's shit.
Ugh, Grandma, cut it out. You're embarrassing me.
Me embarrass you? Says the girl who steals from
I hope I haven't
anyone.
revealed too much
Even
too
a
soon.
thief needs
It's Kyrie,
principles,
right?
Not to mention the courage of
Kyrie, eh?
convictions
Yeah.
to follow their conscience.
Kyrie.
Take it from me, the guardian angel
Kyle
of
Reese.
the slums.
Wait a minute. You're the
Kyle
angel?
Reese. Shout out to
And
him,
you three
especially
are
talking about time
avalanche.
travel.
True.
There's a fire in you. I can see it flickering in your eyes. That same fire's in me too. The guardian angel of the slums, Avalanche. They're just names. We are who we choose to be. But you have to decide who that is and commit. Make the most of your time when you still
Very
have it.
Batman-esque.
Right?
A symbol of fear, a symbol of justice. Okay.
So, how do we feel about that? If I may reference Terminator, are we enriching the storyline yet?
Secret rooms hidden in the sewers. More than even he knows.
Yeah, I'm
if
hooked.
The rumors are true.
No, I just meant this little side thing. Like this is just
This is, yeah, it's like, ugh. Let's go, next one. Wait, because you
Reminds
took...
me,
Someone spotted
a
a
tacky-looking door over by the collapsed expressway.
collapsed expressway. This all is just filler. Like, I want to go
it's
to
giving you a
Collapsed
reason to do certain things. You actually need to wander back into. Do you remember where you first met her up on that plateau?
Yep. Well, I do. Yeah, I know where it was, but I don't know how to get there. It must
You need to go back to that area because that's where you'll get a lot of goodies.
a lot of goodies. I'm one for goodies. It was up. It was up here, right? There, lookout point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that there, see that? No, just to the left where you just were.
Still, man.
Steel Mountain, Corneo's Vault. That's where you need to go because that's where there's a lot of goodies for you.
Let me just travel.
Well, you could go to Sam's Station. Just click on the Chocobo.
Fast
Yeah.
travel.
Doesn't look like you can get there.
Yeah. What the farm bags with that?
Well, at least you can get to the Undercity Station. Yeah.
Double posting. No, don't worry, Brandon. No, you mentioned Kingdom Hearts in a previous episode, and dude, I played it on PS2 or whatever it first came out on, a long time ago. I didn't play it, finish it, so to speak. So to answer your question, no, I haven't played Kingdom Hearts. I believe we were talking about the game director, and asked what was so wrong with him when we were running up the plate
Nomura,
last episode. Yeah, Nomura, and he's responsible for Kingdom Hearts, right? You said.
That's his thing. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of I wouldn't say negative, opportunistic feedback around the latest Kingdom Hearts.
Well, yeah. I mean, the original is beloved by so many people, and that's why there was a 2 and a 3, and Nomura is obviously at the helm of all of them. They're his baby, basically. So he has obviously intellectual, IP over Cloud and Sephiroth.
Don't call me that.
Thank you. Now I can get out of town.
Hence why they make an appearance in Kingdom Hearts.
Hush, Tifa. Don't try to stop me. I'm a wanted man in these parts. If I stayed, I'd be a danger to you too.
Johnny's my guy now, man. I'm all in for Johnny.
But if you begged me to stay, I could reconsider throwing everything away.
Good luck out there, Johnny.
How good's that guy that just walked across
okay.
in the cutscene?
You'll be fine wherever. You're Johnny. Don't
It's the same person that kicked over our sign that we're reading.
Hell yeah, I am. I'm your
The A-frame
Johnny,
sign,
Tifa,
yeah.
And nothing's gonna bring me down. Bro, Tifa,
Ah, okay.
keep on
Nomura
shining.
handles his parallel
Johnny,
universe really well. So I have high hope for this time travel thing.
Okay. Yeah, he probably does. And if that's the case, then look, I'm open-minded about it all. But the thing is, you don't want it to feel like Nomura rehashing something. Do you know what I mean? Like just copying specific plot points from one game to the other, because then it just feels like the other game. And that was kind of one of the biggest criticisms as well. You know, after watching the end of this, which you will come to do, Anthony, watching the end of this, a lot of players said, feels like Kingdom Hearts. And that's kind of not the way you want it to feel. You want players walking away saying that felt like Final Fantasy VII, not I feel like I'm in a Kingdom Hearts game. Because a lot of the criticisms were, he's basically just taken the exact same plot points and transplanted them into this. So, yeah, that's where I'm kind of like, a little bit shaky about it, but look, he's not the only one, and I don't like this whole, let's just mount on a whole heap of pressure on Nomura and a whole heap of, you know, negative feedback on him, because this is a group effort. You've got all of the original guys on board here. You've got Kitase, you've got Sakaguchi. Do we have Sakaguchi? I'm pretty sure we've got Sakaguchi on board as well. You've got Nobuo Uematsu as well with the music. You've got all the original guys here. This is a group effort. Although, from what I've heard, internally in Square, it's a bit dicey, because there's no checks and balances. Like, if someone has a great idea, it's not as if there's like this big board meeting and they all talk about it. Because in some of the interviews with Nomura and Kitase and stuff like that, they kind of mentioned that if someone, I think it was Kitase, was like, I didn't realize that Nomura had thought of that and it actually ended up being in the game. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So rather than him getting it checked by him to say, oh yeah, I approve of that, let's do that, let's put that in, it was kind of like he was surprised at the end product to go, oh yeah, that thing, oh, I don't even remember talking to him about that. I remember it was sort of mentioned at some point and we kind of wanted to hash it out, but
it's not what you want to be saying to any type of movie.
no, it does not instill confidence at all. Do you know, like, where is your management? That's all I want to ask. And please, can you tighten down on that and make sure this project is, you know, like, run like clockwork. Like, when I think of Japanese efficiency, I don't want to throw any stereotypes out there, but these guys are masters. Like, you think of a bonsai tree and how well they, you know, finely tune every little leaf to make it look so pretty and beautiful. This is their motto, their mantra. This is what they infuse into every little thing they do. Anthony and I, huge fans of Japanese motorsport. We love Japanese cars, particularly from the 90s. And this goes down to them doing that exact thing, you know? And we expect... it's bad to say that we expect that. You know, I don't want to say I expect it of them, but you would assume that they would put the exact same love and feeling into their video games that they do, you know, into the engineering of their cars, into every other thing that they do in every facet of their life, because it actually derives from the Samurai Code.
I don't know, dude. Like,
I might be reaching.
No, I mean, everyone will say you are because, you know, expectations. And everyone will have an excuse, or development times, you know, console versus PC and all this other stuff. And yeah, well, you wanted FF7 remade. We're on that whole thing again in a way. 3,000 gil, let's go. Oh my god, I just realized I didn't buy that weapon from the gun machine place. We'll go back and do that. We can fast travel.
Well, the idea was we get more cash before we do it.
Coin. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's a hard ask for you to, you know, to want, like, not perfection, but at least a coherent story. Like, don't talk time travel in alternate dimensions for the sake of it. Like, at least make it make sense in some form, you know? Don't just use that as a plot device that you can just do your own thing. Right? Because otherwise you're ruining, you're ruining my original experience. However, you know, weirdly...
Look to your right.
Am I right? What? Did I miss one? No?
Did you get all the things?
Got them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Weirdly, cool. I don't look at this as FF7, and you know, Turbo Shack, I'm not sure if he's still here, but he was saying, like, you know, it's OG and FF7 are completely different, and you should come in being brand new. I have to go back up here, right? And some challenges gives me new limit break. Cool, let's go back there. But that's where I got to go, Stol, and the lookout point, or
nah.
Or it's just because I got there. Yeah, cool. Okay.
Let's you want to go back to War Market, yeah.
But yeah, like, so far, I mean, I'm not as invested in FF7 OG, so I'm not, like, upset at these changes, nor am I noticing them. I probably would be, you know, as either upset or excited or delighted by new changes, if I remembered. Weirdly, though, the only thing I'm getting from this whole game is the battle system's just crazy good. Like, I'm really enjoying the gameplay, and it's almost like they've unlocked something for this current gen of consoles, or a newer generation of consoles, where you can play these RPGs, you can introduce a whole audience that never wanted to touch RPGs because they didn't like the turn-based combat style into an RPG, right? Like, you can introduce people to this, and there's so many IPs that you could apply this battle system and this style of game. Like, change out Cloud and make it a different main character. Is this the way to the Colosseum?
Just to your left, yeah.
Yeah, you can there it is. Yeah, you can change out the story and these characters for brand new ones and brand new stories, and you would have an enjoyable game, you know?
Across the way. Across is the gun shop.
Oh, I was going to go into the Colosseum.
And go to the gym too after this as well.
Oh, do some squats.
Welcome, come on in. Take a look. Take a look.
But yeah, do you know what I mean? So I'm not too put off.
I know. Obviously, you want every weapon there if you can get it. So, Mithril Saber, Hard Edge, and those bangles too. You want to have a look at them as well. Anything that's going to be
cool.
value too.
No Magician's Bracelet. That looks pretty heavy. You can imagine Aerith rocking that later on. Although the magic goes down, Barrett might like it.
Yep.
4
I just want to apologize to the chat, and specifically Brandon, because I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong with my Twitch, and the chat stream does not update, so I can't read your messages in real time. It's actually really frustrating, so that's why I have to ask Ann. I'm like, hey Ann, what did Brandon just say?
Brandon
what did that guy just say?
A very good question I'm sure you want to answer is, if there's one more FF remake they do, what number do you want them to do? He says his is FF6. I mean, I can give you an easy answer, Brandon. I'm sure you both know what mine would be. FF8 for sure. I think it's halfway there in my opinion. But...
So let's talk about FF8 for a moment. The reason why I don't think FF8 will ever be done is because, one, it just doesn't have the backing or following that 7 had, and with the high definition remake that they did of it, or remaster that they did with it recently, I don't see them doing a remake anytime soon.
No.
Which,
they won't.
For some people, it's obviously sad, but... And I didn't mind the story of FF8 either, but it did kind of draw a lot upon FF7, if you ask me. You know, like, you see the Galbadian soldiers running around, you're like, okay, they're Shinra soldiers. And there's so many different parallels there.
It did start off so
the main character's a mercenary, Cloud's mercenary too, you know, there's so many parallels.
It started off so promising though, with the flying gardens, and you're in school. I was like, oh man, like, way to draw me in immediately.
It's funny because the gardens don't start flying until halfway through the game.
Well, do you know what I mean? But like the garden is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the idea of a garden, mercenary school. It's pretty cool. I get you. And that you've got warring factions, you know, so there's like different garden schools around the world, and then they end up going to battle with each other. Super cool concept. I've got no beef with it as well at all. I think it's actually a pretty fun game and cool story for what it is. So with you on board there, and if I want to see a remake of another FF, I'd say do them all up to 6, because I want to be able to see those things in high def. Although I think 3 was already done on like GameCube, and that actually looks pretty good. But if you're going to ask me about my favorites,
been waiting for you. So,
it's funny to say this because I haven't actually played FF9 all the way through to the end, but I've gone quite far with it. I'm pretty much through it. I just never been able to finish it. I don't know why. I just lose interest and then walk away. But the cool thing about FF9 is that it draws upon everything, every single FF up until 9. Like, that was the first time they said, wow, look at what we've created. And they were kind of like, we want to incorporate something from all of them and put them into 9. So 9 has this special kind of flair about it. And I think it's really cool.
Sorry, I didn't jump the store, but which one do I do to get the limits? Mughal Zamet, tarot cards. Yeah, do the first 3 challenges.
Way of the Fist, see reward. Okay.
Cloud, legacy, got you. Legacy.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can do them all, and then you'll get something for each one.
Or you don't get it if you do it on easy. I'll just do it on normal.
No, you do. You get it on easy as well.
You tell me again. Hey man, we experienced a game-breaking glitch at the start of this. So yeah.
We did. Yep. So you
9,
obviously haven't
your
set. It's not. It kind of is, but the thing is, the way it looks in original form, it's not an eyesore. Where Final Fantasy VII was an eyesore, you know.
Yeah.
So I can kind of deal with Final Fantasy IX in the form that it's in, and its cutscenes are also beautiful. So there's no real need to really redo it. If you're going to ask me, I would say 6. I know Brandon said 6, and it was pretty funny. Like, I think it was our first stream. He's like, hey, what do you think about 6? And I'm like, yeah. 6 has a bomb story. It is a really cool story. It's based in a lot of the fantastical, so that is something you need to get by. But it's also the first introduction of kind of mechanoid type things, which obviously Final Fantasy VII went to town on. And it's funny because you know the sweepers in the reactors? In FF6 they kind of ride things that kind of look similar to them. They're these like mechanoid suits, but there's a lot of magic involved as well, and there's, you know, castles, and this is very, very deep in like fantasy lore with knights and kings and castles and magic. So wizards. There's that aspect of it too, but as a whole, I think it's a really good package. FF6, on a whole, is a really good package, and it only ever came out on Super NES, so you are really restricted with what the game looks like. You know, it's 2D, it's this very pixelated old thing, and battle is just, it's hard to watch. I mean, it's just...
It's I mean, this might not go down well, but I've never played it.
No, I wouldn't have imagined you had. I mean, you're not a big FF guy. I mean, I think you've been played 7 and 8, and that's it, really.
I played
right?
9. I remember playing 9, but I was still really young. I just remember was it the ball? Buster Ball or something?
No, you're talking about 10.
10.
That's PlayStation 2 and 10 with Blitzball.
Blitzball.
Yeah. Number 9 is kind of... It's weird. It's like you're this little thief, and you're on a floating...
magic-looking dude? He's got like a... He
yes.
looks like a gnome.
Yes. Vivi is his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, limit break! Good looking, Brandon. This is sick. Level 2 limit breaks. Fucking cross slash. Eat your heart out. Although cross slash.
Well, this is the thing. I think, for Final Fantasy VI to be more coherent than 7, they only had a year to make 7. So writing a story and then doing all the development within that period of time is just wondrous. I mean, you've got to say, hats off to Square Enix.
Yeah.
On top of everything else they had going at the time, which was, you know, new console, and all that, those cock-ups with, we're going to go with Super Nintendo, or we're going to go with this new thing with PlayStation, and because N64 was cartridges, they're like, no, we can't do what we want to do, so we want to do the CD thing, because then we can do our full cutscenes. So we're going to go with PlayStation instead, and then, you know, Nintendo was super, super pissed with them, and the development of FF7 alone is crazy enough. Just to think that they did it in a year is unthinkable, with all of the mounting stakeholder pressure that they had too. You know, you're going to take this many risks. I can imagine if you're a stockholder in Square at that time, you want to be pulling your hair out, like, then to be taking those risks.
I can imagine. So that's a really cool point he makes. It's something that I've always associated with, and I'm sure there's obviously those reasons that you're talking on, but it's like I've always associated with Final 7 or Final Fantasy in general with PlayStation. It's like always been the unofficial exclusive, you know, because it was always on PS1, and now PS5, like you're getting FF16, is it we're up to, or 15, 16?
16, yep.
It's going to be exclusive for the first year. So it's like they know, you know, they're on board.
Yeah, they're loyal to Sony.
Yeah.
This is the funny thing, that really pissed off Nintendo back then when they said FF7 is gonna be PlayStation exclusive. They were like, how can you do this to us? You know, we've had you all the way from FF1 to 6 and all their other games that they had, you know, like Chrono Trigger and whatever else.
Yeah.
So for them to do that, it was a big slap in the face of Nintendo, and they didn't get over it until years later. Like their relationship was destroyed after that decision for years to come. And thankfully, you know, they've kind of gotten over it now. But I mean, Nintendo's not the cream of the crop when it comes to consoles either these days. So
1 year, man. I thought the big gaps between 6 and 7 were entirely for 7's planning. Damn stakeholders. Yeah. That's I think that's the big worry with games, isn't it? There's a big stakeholders are not gamers, generally speaking. I mean, I never met a stakeholder, but the whole thing is money, man. It's a shame. Like, you can look at a couple of the games. Oh my god, that was mentioned before, because Brandon brought this up in a previous stream about a multiplayer version of FF7.
I wanted to write on this point. I had this in my list of things I want to talk about today. A multiplayer version of FF7.
Before you jump in, Stol, because I want to talk about this. Like, there was a game that released this year that I've been waiting for. Last year, sorry. And I'm talking about the Avengers. And that's exactly how you do not want a multiplayer game to end up. It is, if I do say so myself, quite poor, because it's a loot box kind of grind game. You get invisible, you know, upgrades where you can't see them wearing it, like you do in FF7. And it's just like, it's like halfway there. Like, if you made half of that, where you take a hold of a character in a multiplayer field, and that's your character, and you can link up online to do certain challenges or certain missions or not, it'd be so fun. And it bombs so hard because it's all about trying to make a quick buck.
Oh, that's the worst.
And you can see the devs have, like, the poor thing is, I think it's Square Enix, I'm pretty sure, or it's someone there. It's like a parent company, or maybe like a partner company of Square. Somehow, I could be, correct me on there if you find that out, but essentially people are really upset. They're like, it was all done and dusted for you. You had the Avengers, you know? You had the Avengers. Like, you didn't need to do anything, but you tried to monetize it. And I would worry that's how, like, a final game would turn out.
No surprises there.
I mean,
my
think
Avengers is sitting in dust
that?
waiting to be played. Yes, Brandon, that's exactly what mine is. I'm gonna wait for the free upgrade on PS5. I played 10 minutes and I went, nope, not for me. Sorry, Stol?
Dude, yeah, remember Need for Speed Payback? It was like, that was Need for Speed's first sort of, you know, transition into, let's try and monetize this. And how much did that game flop? It was the worst flop of any Need for Speed that had ever come out. I mean, you and I played it and we enjoyed it and we had some good laughs together, and you know, as car lovers, mate, ticked a lot of boxes, so it was fun, but monetization of it is what killed that game. That is for certain, and they were very quick to course correct with that. You know, you saw them in Need for Speed Heat that they did not try that again. So monetization does seem to really put a damper on things, and that's honestly something that people were worried about with FF7 Remake as well. Oh yeah, Star Wars Battlefront, yeah. Oh man, yeah, absolutely.
Me and Stol just stopped playing that game for that exact reason.
I think that's the one game that both of us just bought and then played like once or twice and then never touched again. We were just like so fed up with it that we just didn't even touch it.
It would be the most disheartening thing, like, here is FF7 Remake Part 2. Now, this has been in years in development because we've added a multiplayer function, but here's what, if you pre-purchase, you'll get Cloud's new outfit and exclusive Buster Sword. It's like, what? Like, yeah, I can't stand that. So, I mean, I would rather just wait for a game than have it have all these, like, microtransactions and hidden grind of loot boxes. But that's not what makes money these days.
Worked up a good sweat.
Brandon, now no microtransactions is a feature in a game. Just how sad is that? It's extremely sad, dude. It's extremely sad.
Yeah.
It's the saddest thing ever.
But DLCs are, so that's kind of like, you know, the monetization sort of thing that's replaced that. And a lot of the Final Fantasy VII Remake community has been incredibly disappointed with the DLCs that this game has. Like,
is that?
That's actually an avenue where they could be making more money with this game. If Square Enix really wanted to make some more money, you'd be able to, I don't know, buy materia, certain materia that you can't get in-game. You'd have to pay real money to get that materia, or that sword, or that whatever. The possibilities are, you know, endless if you really want to go down that avenue. But I think they kind of did that to a degree, in that, you know, Brandon also mentioned this. Did you have this specific thing? And you said no because you didn't get the what was it, the extended version or whatever.
Yeah. I'm always wary of pre-order bonuses, for sure. Brandon, I got the DLC and I'm disappointed. Yeah, as you would be.
As you would be. What, you got Carbuncle as a summon, and you got a Corneo bracelet or something random like that. And I was like, are you serious? Like, Final Fantasy 15 offered extra storylines that you wouldn't have got if you hadn't bought them. So, but that also pissed off a lot of people as well, on the other hand. Just to say.
But I lean more towards that. Right? If I'm paying for something, make sure no one else can get it or unlock it.
And make sure it's worth it, yeah, for sure.
But it may not be worth it, but at least it's behind a wall of exclusivity. So, and I say this as a big Apex player, right? I play Apex so much, you know this, Oliver. And you can't take elements from a battle royale or a free-to-play game and take their elements of loot grinding and pay to play or pay for cosmetics and put them into any other game like this, any other story role-playing game, because it just doesn't work, right? So in Apex, I like knowing that the skin I bought, and I don't spend much money on it at all, to be honest, truth be told, the skin I unlocked, will it ever come around again? Probably not, because truth be told, all the skins that have unlocked haven't really come around that often. Right? Once every 2 years. So if it was like, hey, you get this exclusive part of the story, this mission that you get to play through, and you get a trophy, I don't know, something like that, I'm okay with that.
You can go to the gym?
Gym's up here at the
front. Right there? No. Yeah.
Let me equip these weapons.
Just like next door to the Coliseum.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but back to Brandon's question, which was multiplayer in Final Fantasy VII. Brandon, this is something I've had on my mind since I was a 12 or 13-year-old kid, because what I used to have when I was a 12 or 13-year-old kid was a game called Red Alert, Command & Conquer Red Alert.
Amazing.
And amazing. I used to have a link cable. So if you had a PS1 and a link cable and 2 television sets, 2 PS1 consoles, you could play Red Alert and go against your friend or your mate. You could just battle against him. And I always thought, oh, this concept is amazing. I love this. It's so fun to like build up my enemy and my battles and all that, and try and win. And I always thought for Final Fantasy VII, I'm like, I want this for Final Fantasy VII. I want to be able to build up my guys and then go into battle. Like, it was an ATB battle, you know, active time barrier, whatever. And you had to... I always thought about this, like, oh, I'd love to, like, be able to do this with my friends. Like, my party, which would be, you know, like Cloud and whatever, versus his party, which should also be like a duplicate of Cloud and whatever, or maybe you'd have to like spread out the characters. So like, okay, if someone's got Cloud, you can't choose Cloud, so then I'd have to choose like Barrett and Tifa and say Red 13, and he'd have Cloud and Yuffie and Sid, you know, and then we would. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun in the OG, if you're asking me. And then bringing this into remake is just a complete different level, if you ask me. Click on the jukebox.
Oh, she's in the way of it. I thought I was.
Yeah. So, fight on! Here we go.
What a song. It makes me feel like I can do anything.
Yeah! I can feel this song calling to my inner warrior.
Yeah!
I can take on the world. It's time I took action, made a stand.
Hell yeah, that's it. That's the fire we need right now.
Barrett's recruiting.
For change, brother.
Avalanche.
No.
Okay, so...
Okay, Brandon, I can't wait for FF7 to come to PC and wait for modders to do their magic. I saw Skyrim multiplayer and it seems promising. Man, PC modders, yeah.
Do not start on me, Brandon. Do not start.
I don't have a PC, bro,
Peaceful,
but
don't you think?
I watch a lot of YouTube on a lot of mini games I play.
Is it okay if I stay and listen
PC
for
mods
a
is
bit?
amazing.
This song is a favorite of mine.
I just wish devs listen to the community. Not as close as you would expect, but closer, you know? Like,
it's a monetary thing as well, don't forget.
Gotcha. Oh, I didn't get 30, I thought I got it. Okay. Missing...
Can you like just have a quick look at Betty? Like, can you just zoom in on her? Like, just get the camera on her? Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
It is pretty good. Yeah, you're right. I was like...
Well, look at her go!
Really gotta
Here we go, go on! Keep doing the little
Barrett.
spins.
Barrett gets a little dab moves out.
Barrett's just he's jamming too, look at him go. Breaking it down.
Yeah. Oop. Tifa's got a slight move. What about Cloud? Come on.
Still in the old...
Or he's only got he's secretly. He's got a little heel tap. Or is he just getting impatient?
Right, he's got his knee going there, yeah.
Yeah, look at Cloud's foot, Brendan says. Yeah, he's got a little heel tap there. He's... Feel the rhythm.
He's musically inclined, old Cloud. No one ever thought. But you got to find that last track, because you've just missed out on the funniest thing ever, and it's such a shame. I don't want to say anything, but you got to find that last track. Which ones did you just get then? What are we missing?
30 I'm missing. Move.
30, dude, you got to get 30.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever in this whole game,
what 30
I think.
Is? Okay.
I'll look it up.
No, I'm sure you could remember. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm sure you just go into the depths of your brain, you'll find it in there.
I mean, Genova, mate. Genova.
Yeah, just Genova.
In here, maybe? No, I don't hear any music. Honeybee Inn. Have you been to near Corneo Mansion? No, I haven't. Oh.
Ooh.
Blue's Clues. Brendan's Clues coming in. Let's go.
I saw it with my own eyes. A public security.
Just want to make sure I am going the right place. Yeah, up here, right and left. Or left. Straight left. Straight left.
He walks right into Corneo's mansion. Hey, you think it's got something
Okay.
What better way to inspire
Don't tell
others
anyone.
than with a...
I heard
Oh, okay, you got to...
Now turn right. Okay. Maybe I missed it. Maybe down here. Little chest. Nice. I mean, Came out of something. Came out of the...
Just to... go to the Honeybee Inn. Go to the Honeybee Inn.
Honeybee Inn.
Yeah, and just to the left, there's like this secret alleyway.
I think I remember how to get to Honeybee Inn. I want to do this without doing the map.
Yeah, I won't say anything either.
I'm pretty sure it's up here and around on the left. Wait, look on the map. Nope, that's the upstairs area. Am I gonna get lost looking for a ladder again?
Probably.
Thought it was down here.
Hey, what's up, man? You vibing with this jam too? You can have a copy if you want.
Is this the one? Stand up. That's the one.
Yep. Gotcha. So one time I didn't lead you on a goose chase.
I mean, you feel like one of them would have been there. The big sign, music, love and peace. Dude, this is too eerie. It's like, yeah, what it's like after you go out a night out on Soho or Reaper Barn, or even the coast, you know. I like the layout of Wall Market. Yeah, got him, Brandon. I like the layout of Wall Market. It's like exactly how a seedy place like this would be laid out, you know. There she is, little Betty.
That little girl
She's
just
doing her twirls.
Yeah. But this is the best thing. This is like probably the best thing in the whole game. Here we go.
I know this one. Marlene and I danced to it before.
That's wrong. Wrong. This is how you get down with this jam. I ought to know. It was my favorite back in the day. Pay attention, kiddo. It's all in the hips. Come on, little lady. Why don't you give it a whirl?
Yeah, you're right. He used to frequent the Honeybee Inn, mate.
But he's doing like a K-pop dance.
Yeah.
It's just funny seeing that old dude like put his hands on his knee.
Smiling again. Thanks so much for the help.
Our pleasure. I think we needed it too.
Nice, Barrett.
Until the day our victory fanfare rings out through all of Midgard.
Victory fanfare?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Completed. That's my first side quest I completed? No, I completed Johnny. Okay, what's next?
No, you haven't completed that one, I don't think.
I gave his wallet
Or
back.
have you? Oh, maybe, yeah.
Chocobos.
Can you go... Okay, dude, you're going to have to do something you really don't want to do.
Collapse Expressway.
You're going to go Collapse Expressway, exactly.
Farm bag's sake.
You're going to have to enter from not the playground side, but the other side.
That's... this side, yeah? No, that's John
North.
Canoe.
There. See that?
That, with the Chocobo. Yep.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And then head right.
Good looking. Oh. Oh, hello.
Oh, Madam M. Yeah.
If it isn't Cloud.
We're looking for a way topside. No one?
And luck with that. Security's so tight these days that not even a gnat could slip through. Wall Market's in a sorry state, too. Corneo's men are turning it upside down looking for Avalanche. The man with a gun for an arm.
What?
Brandon, do you think challenging Ant with pull-ups in mission level 3 is too
Corneo's
cool?
men are searching
Nothing's too
high and
cool,
low
mate.
for
Challenge
an
it.
Avalanche member who fits your
Challenge
description.
accepted.
Shinra
Always.
has placed a very impressive bounty on you and your friend's head.
Let's do that on the
A lot of people are looking
the back end, because you're going to have to head over to Chocobo Sam anyway in a minute.
Anything better to do?
Yep.
You should also know that you and that arm of yours were spotted in the Sector 5 slums. Apparently, you were loitering in a rather lovely flower garden.
Oh, yeah? Wait.
This is bad.
Really seems to be taking this to heart.
Let's move.
Oh, he's been spotted? Loitering? The flower garden? Malicious goons. How many side quests do I have on the go? This is insane.
Press the touchpad button, and then R2, is it?
Quest, holy but Jesus. Chocobo quest. 2 materia down. Malicious goons. There's only 1 materia. Secret medicine. Got 2 more things.
That's okay. Don't worry about secret medicine. That's gonna just it'll sort itself out as we go along. Do Chocobo search. That's what's gonna get us moving forward here. I think.
1 Chocobo found. 2 more to go. Okay. So
you've got 2 more to go.
So this one's up here, right? Found that one, and the other one's here.
Oh no, the one is over at basically Chocobo Sam's, right? You can see the green exclamation mark right where Chocobo Sam's standing normally.
Oh, let's go get that one first.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
No? Okay.
Just follow the path I said to you. Do the Collapsed Expressway. I know you don't want to and you hate it, but
I mean, yeah, it's become kind of a running joke. And yeah, Brendan, yeah, feel free to challenge me with anything. There's no reservations here, my friend.
I don't mind the old ant challenge.
Here it is, that big buster, Tekkaman.
Oh yeah,
Tekkaman Blade. That's exactly what reminded me of that series. Stol, talking about that.
Pride and Joy. For anyone who knows
Pride and Joy.
events further in the game, Pride and Joy, or
never played it, but yeah.
Or in the OG, what's it called in the OG? The help me, someone. In the OG, what's the name of it? I'm really bad with names, everybody. I'm incredibly sorry that at the spur of a moment I can't always bring up a name, but I think it's called the Ragnarok? No, I'm not. I'm making that up, aren't I?
That's fair. I dislike this sword. I know it's better, but if you're gonna...
It's your best magic sword.
It looks very Kingdom Hearts. Not the Götterdämmerung. Götterdämmerung?
No, not the Götterdämmerung. No, it's not that one. That's an accessory. I'm thinking of that's what you get from destroying Pride and Joy. What was Pride and Joy's name in the OG? It was something different.
Okay. Okay, obtained all these. Do I have to go through Collapsed Expressway? Proud Clot. Is it Proud Clot, Brandon says?
Proud Clot. Thank you. So, had a brain fart there.
Do I have to go through Collapsed Expressway?
Yes.
Fart bag. Just terrible.
But you only have to do the half of it, so it's fine. It's not like a... But it's good. It's strengthening you. Like, this is building you up.
I mean, I know the statement I'm about to make is ridiculous, but the sword we've got on at the moment, when I said it looks very Kingdom Hearts, it looks very, like, magical and fantastical. But then I just realized as that was coming out of my mouth what the Buster Sword looks like. So...
Yeah, because, I mean, the Buster Sword looks realistic, doesn't it?
Yeah, as realistic as it could look, you know?
My face says everything.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh.
The good thing is you don't have to use the hand again. You just got to go down the ladder and up the ladder.
Not this. Not this again. So, I mean, the big question that we... Oh my god.
Get your lightning out.
Fucking chimneys. Sorry, chimneys. We're ready for you. The big question that we haven't, I guess, addressed so far is this whole episode, this whole chapter. We're not advancing the story. I mean, slightly we are, but we're not really... missed it?
After you.
We're not really advancing the story much, right? It's like little...
Well, there
little
are
bits
actually two massive side quests that you haven't done yet.
Okay.
Which I thought you might have at least done one, but the second one is probably more the storyline progressor. Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, in knowing that, like, let's try Blade Burst. And then let's run the hell away. Run! Run!
I'd take that 45 over, like the 1500 for the
exactly.
self-destructing Smogger.
So, as OG Final fans, are you happy with this? Like, is this fulfilling? Do you feel like you...
Dude, you hate on Collapse Expressway
No,
so much.
not Collapse Expressway. The whole side quest. Like,
oh.
All these, like these...
Try to keep up.
Like, they're trying to... Because we mentioned this very early. In one of the really early episodes. And you were like... I said something about free roaming. And you went, and I think Brandon mentioned the same thing about being able to free roam. And you were like, don't worry, you get there. And I'm assuming this is the point where you go back and forth doing side quests. We've gone through every POV, or POI, sorry, point of interest that we've, you know, seen so far and unlocked.
Should be easy.
But it just feels useless. It feels filler. And it's like, I can't help but think that the devs somehow... I don't know, added this in. You know, Brandon says the important mission for Lord Diet is the medicine quest. Okay, so I haven't done it yet, but
yeah.
But
coming up.
These side missions just feel useless. You know, the music doesn't hit home with that kid, Johnny. I mean, yeah, we've seen Johnny before, but do you know what I mean?
Quick and clean.
Like, you could have put this into 2 story missions. Somehow written a bit better.
Let's just take a out of the box kind of perspective on what we're looking at right now, because I think that's important to do. And if you were to do that, then you have to look at this situation from the perspective of the developers. And what the developers are basically forced with is a monetary decision, what we were discussing before. And when you develop assets, which they have done, so their asset in this case is the collapsed expressway. Yep. They're going to want you to use the collapsed expressway as much as possible to get their value from it.
Yeah.
That's why you're running through this thing for a 3rd time. Okay?
Yeah, but that's my whole point. Should the time have got in, you need not force yourself to do these quests for entertainment. Do what makes you feel happy. No, it's fine. It's fine, Brandon. I actually do enjoy this, because I do enjoy playing through this game and seeing it's good, and also what I perceive it to be, it's poor or it's bad. But I understand what you're saying, Stol. They need to, you know, use this asset. It took time to develop this particular, you know, background and story, but...
Well, that little tank there in front of you, like everything, you know, they've got this detail gone into every little thing in this area, hence why you're doing it again. That's one aspect. That's one aspect. But okay, yeah, exactly. So you've gotten to the end of your partial quest here, but I guess another point is that they do want to kind of expand on what you might be able to do here, and what that does is that opens you up to the developers of the game having to think of things for you to do in the meantime that aren't mainline storyline things. So, busy work, right? Now, the degree of how interesting this busy work is beholden to the developers of the game. Now, that is obviously under criticism right now, because I'm assuming by what you're telling me, and I think that many would concur, and it actually has been one of the biggest complaints of the game, is that the side quests are kind of lackluster. What else can I say? We had this discussion in Chapter 3 when we were running around Sector 7 slums, and I'm like, dude, your threat right now should not be rats and cats. Your threat should be hoodlums from Sector 6 who are coming over, and etc, etc. And there was a moment where it kind of half happened, because they're like, oh, we're looking for a man with a gun arm, and, you know, and you got that sort of sense, okay, so they've been sent over by the Don, and the Don's been bought out by Shinra, and the money's going that way, and blah, 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 and, oh, wow, that's actually a cool little sort of side storyline here. Why couldn't they do that exact same thing with the rats and cats? But that be the main side quest. The money and the influence and the Don and the, you know, blah blah blah. That would be so much cooler. Like, I said it in that stream. I'm like, That would be a way cooler way of going about these things. And we're in a similar situation right now, and it's like, how can we make this situation interesting? What we're doing right now.
Are these things weak to any magic?
No, they're not, unfortunately. They're really difficult. They're really difficult. You just have to keep grinding on them.
I can do that.
For the preparation, For the preparation of this game, I actually went through the same thing, and I'm like, how can you best beat these guys? The problem is that they clone themselves.
Gotcha. So where's the main one then? There must be like the daddy.
That guy right in front of you. The target on him. The Tripapolus. Well, no, because that's not what the game. If you do like an assess on him, it actually recommends. The game recommends that you get his clones before you get him.
Multiply and don't attack. But for me, when they multiply, you can hit 2 birds with 1 stone, basically. Come on. Okay.
All right, Scorpion.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's get this going.
But these guys, I find, you just keep grinding on them. Like you feel like you're getting nowhere, but then after a while, it's like, oh wow.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come.
And this is even at like top level. Like I fight these guys on normal, where I normally just chew through people.
To combo stagger into a quick limit. Cool. Overpower. They're very time consuming. Oh, mate, we have time. We have time.
It sounds like we're all on the same page here. Like we've all experienced the same thing with these guys. They're just weirdly time consuming.
I don't have overpower. I've got Star Shower.
But yeah.
But that's my point. That's my whole point. And I hate to be a Debbie Downer on the game because, like, wouldn't it be cooler instead of doing 6 little side quests of find Chocobos and find cats? It would be so much cooler to do 2 big side quests that it kind of all plays into in a way, but has a bit deeper story elements. Oh my god, did I miss that? Did she not run it? Oh my god.
You did, you just completely missed it. Yeah. Heal up.
Yep.
Okay, look, it's obviously also a very subjective thing as well, because looking for Chocobos, I can see how you could equate that to be something similar to looking for cats and rats, but in my personal opinion, I think it's far better. I think it's far better. I think looking for Chocobos is far better.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did Bren say?
Bren said, haha, Ant just missed his limit break again. Yeah, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss a limit, you know? I think the Chocobos should be a side quest. I think it should naturally happen as you navigate through each sector.
I think that's kind of what kind of draws me to this side quest as well, because Chocobos in general, I mean, you want them to be a part of the game more than anything else, because they have such a small role in the game, so when they are there, you're kind of like, yeah, expand on that. So I think that's kind of why I'm so positive towards this little side quest in having to find the scared Chocobos, because it is a logical thing. I mean, the plate just fell down. That's going to scare an animal, and if they have any sort of characteristics that are similar to a horse, then a horse is going to get scared and run away. So I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, look, I'm not angry at this at all. I'm not angry, but for you to be the one that has to go out and find them, yeah, it's kind of weird that the stable hands are asking you to get them, the mercenary. Like, okay, maybe if you had to accompany them because it's dangerous. Okay, well there we go. We've actually established a reason as to why you have to accompany. You have to do this. It's because it is dangerous, and the stable hand will get attacked by such monsters that you're fighting right now. Okay, well, in saying that, we've established a reason as to why you actually need to be here. But just to send you out and say,
you motherfucker.
Yeah, like you're a mercenary. Off you go. Just get these Chocobos. It's like, mate, I'm a mercenary. I've got better things to do than get your birds. You know.
Let's turn this around. Come on.
So yeah, I see it both sides. I see it both sides. Yeah, heal up for sure. Yeah, you're getting there. I see you. You're like down to 1 dude, and at least we've got all 3 back up now.
I know he's pressured. I know he's pressured, but I just want to heal. Just gotta heal.
Yeah, it's not a bad train of thought. Yeah, you can see you can get him with the attack. Limit. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
There's just thought about an idea for a side quest yesterday. What if there's an upper fight using their power on the people in the slum that could help them put an end to their abuse? That's the part of the quest I don't mind tracking and doing. Yeah. Like, they could have written something extra into the story that didn't affect the overall story, but it was like maybe a tiny bit more in depth. I don't know, it seems like a fair criticism.
This is the thing. Yeah, absolutely. I'm aboard. You could have thought of so many other things to do rather than these play it safe side quests of let's save some cats and rats and chocobos. Yeah. Absolutely on board.
Ability learned, cool. What's the other one? Disorder? Disorder.
Ooh, Blade Burst. Disorder's not that great, I don't find it really that helpful, but Blade Burst is okay. It's Blade Beam, but in Remake. And Blade Beam in OG is actually really helpful.
Gotcha. Finish it.
Let's kick it up enough. Don't stop now.
I mean, they almost got me. Don't speak too soon.
Yeah. Knowing you.
Knowing me. Oh my. Just die. Just die.
It's on you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, Max.
Go to town.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying.
Yeah. Uppercuts, just those flying kicks, just blade beams, just everything. Look at you. Wow. See how quickly that ended? You had half its life there, and now everything's done.
Brandon, FF7 went for a darker theme in OG, even to the extent to removing funny conversation. Why not go for that theme instead of gathering chocobos and cats? Yeah, that's my point.
Brandon.
No.
Oh, Brandon, you're basically, you're tickling the nerve in which is my biggest gripe in this whole game, and I was sort of slowly building up to this, but now that you've said it, why not talk about this? This is what gets me with FF7 Remake, is the themes. And the theme was incredibly dark. You are dealing with several different themes, and we kind of touched on a couple of them. I think we went over them in a previous stream.
I'm going to have a quick intermission while you're talking about this, Stol.
Yeah, let's just bring them up again. Because theme number 1 was eco-terrorism, you know? You are basically dealing with a bunch of terrorists that are fighting against the man. And as I've mentioned in previous streams, I think, for a kid of the 90s, like, I grew up with parents that were very much, you know, what the government says is what the government says, and you have to abide by the law. Anybody sort of having a different opinion to the law and what the government says it wasn't really conducive back then. I don't know how it was in whatever country you grew up in, but for me it was kind of like, my parents were really strong on that. They were just like, look, the law is the law, you have to follow the law, you know? If they say you have to ride your bike with a helmet on, then you have to ride your bike with a helmet on. Like, and I did it, you know? So this eco-terrorism stuff was just like, these people, they're fighting up against the man, and kind of like, I've seen this in films before in the 70s with, you know, like, you know, Vietnam and stuff like that. But it was definitely something that was out of the ordinary. That's what I'm touching on. And with that obviously came class exploitation, because class exploitation is something that hits every single country. It doesn't matter where you're from. You always feel like you're at the lower rungs of society, and there's, you know, the rich that seem to have the control over everything, and that is also a theme as well. We did a deeper dive into Cloud's mental illness theme, which we did in a different stream, so I won't jump back into that. But the theme I really wanted to touch on right now is life and death. So this game was written, one of the major directors was Hironobu Sakaguchi, And the reason why this game has such dark elements to it is because this guy, at that actual time, was touched by the real death of his mother. He was actually going through the reeling and the revelations that come with losing such an important, loved member of your family. That's why when someone died in OG, they died. And that was it.
Really?
And it was something hard. And it hit hard. And that was Sakaguchi's intention.
Now I can finally get back to the business.
Hugh Jackman, he's happy we helped him out with his birds.
Here, we all learn this.
I didn't know that about the original. Right, it's got way darker themes.
Free of charge, of course. Not bad, am I right?
And I didn't notice it until Brandon just pointed it out. Like,
ride them, pet them, befriend them.
We're chasing cats. Fucking cats, you know.
They're the reason a guy like me.
Well, this is the thing. When you die in OG, you die.
Yeah.
And you know that there are a lot of people that die, and you don't come back from that. And we've already seen Wedge come back, which is kind of like, oh, okay. Are you kind of like stepping on, what the theme was? But in a more broader sense, if you're walking through the Sector 7 slums and you look at the way people are dressed, even here in War Market, you look at the way people are dressed, they're dressed well, and it's so much more upbeat. Like, just the attitude of everybody. Like, you're supposed to be trodden on by Shinra. You're in the slums.
Yeah.
You should feel not this upbeat. But that's what Remake goes for. It goes for this whole theme of there's hope. Which is something that OG didn't do. OG didn't do the there's hope kind of theme. Like, it was life is dark and it sucks and you have to deal with it. And how you deal with it is through friends. That's the great message of FF7 was, I'm on an adventure with my closest friends. My closest friends are the ones that are going to support me through this thing, and I'm gonna go through hard times. But when you're in Cosmo Canyon and you sit around the campfire, it's like everyone's sharing their thoughts and feelings, and it's like, okay, like heavy stuff is going on, but we're all here to support each other, and then blah blah blah. Like this adventure that you go through with friends, and I have to stress that point because that's what Final Fantasy VII is. That's the crux of Final Fantasy VII. It's the adventure with friends and the support that you have as you do it. That's what it is.
That's a really good point, because I actually felt that last stream, the last episode with. Hold on, I wanted to go. Evergreen, no. I actually felt that. I felt a part of Avalanche in the last one. Like, it didn't hit home as well as it should have. Sam's Delivery Station. That's the one I wanted to go to. Do I not? That's the one, like, I felt. I was like, oh, I'm a part of Avalanche now. Like, they've embraced me. And, I'm going to ride or die with them. And yeah, I never actually thought about the friendship theme, Stol. You never made me think about that till just then.
Yeah, it's something that does get looked over in this game, is that this is actually a game about friendship. And it's funny because one of the biggest friendships in the game is Tifa and Cloud. They've been friends since school, and then that actually does turn into a love interest, which is it's like the icing on the cake. It's just like, I knew it. I always knew that those two should end up together, and it's just like, I'm so happy and thankful about that, because...
However, the point still remains, right, in my opinion, that this is filler. This isn't conducive to a better story or a more improved story. It's added in, so therefore it needs to bring something to it, and it doesn't. Chasing cats, and for whatever excuse you want to make about Chocobos, it doesn't do it.
Don't go to the doctor. You're not quite ready for him yet. Oh. You actually want to go to Malicious Goons. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Yeah, like it doesn't. These don't add anything. But if you added something like based, not 6 individual little side quests around this miscellaneous garbage, but 2 big ones, like a whole new mission.
Cloud.
Oh my god!
Thank goodness
around Kyrie.
Men just came through.
Or Kyrie, yeah.
Or Kyrie, Yeah. Brennan,
Yeah, Kyrie feels like a forced character. Sorry, go on.
How did you guys feel about witnessing Cloud's mental breakdown in OG? Ooh, mate.
I don't know what business they have with Aerith.
I mean, you're asking someone who doesn't remember it, so yeah, I can't give no opinion, but I'm sure Stol can throw it out there.
Yeah, sure, I can jump in on that.
I don't know what business they have with Aerith.
The game throws you for a 6 because you've witnessed the death of one of your best friends, and for that to come in on top of that, it was honestly just you're so thrown for a 6 that you didn't see it coming. It's the unreliable narrator.
I was about to say that.
Narrator. Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Look at these boys.
So that is the crux, or the point where that all comes together, and you're not expecting it. I wasn't expecting it. I don't know about you, but when you first experienced that,
you were one of them.
Wow.
Whatever. Enough of this.
Look at that guy's hair.
It made me feel like personally that what I was playing. Oh no, Tonberry!
Hack him to bits. You hear me? Leave the faces.
Gotta get rid of this boy. Gotta get rid of Tonberry straight away. It made me. Oh, I'm only fighting Tonberry. I thought I was gonna fight her. Let's go.
He's not that easy.
No. Delivers a devastating slash and switches modes. Let's go. Punisher mode. Pressure.
Take a shot.
Yeah, so when I hit the moment where Cloud actually sort of goes into that state of mental illness, you see him in I think that was probably the most confronting scene, was when you see Cloud in the chair and he's kind of in that weird sort of like leaning thing, you know, just sort of like falls down like he can't support himself. That was that brought it home. I was like, wow, that guy's wasted. Like, are we gonna have a hero of this game anymore? I feel like the hero is.
Whoa! There it is. He didn't stab me though.
Yeah. It's weird. He uses his abilities, and but don't wait. Don't wait, because the others will fall too. But you seem to be working down his life pretty quickly, so don't be too concerned about it.
We didn't get the stabby stab Tonberry. Not happy.
He does that. No, he does. Just
I just
stand
kind of
right
want
next
to
to him.
try just to see it. Oh, I think he's doing
bang,
it.
there you go. he's doing it. Take it teeth.
Ooh, Jesus, be careful what you wish for. Oh, poor little Tonberry.
Exactly.
He's one of the best characters.
We give up. Okay.
Yeah, it makes you realize.
I'm glad the hoodlums are back. Like, I'm glad we see them again.
Honest.
That's right. You'll tell everyone.
They should be
never
throughout
here.
the slums. You're right.
The rumors were bullshit. And if we hear about you or any of your friends coming around here ever again,
let's go.
He says a lot of things. Answer my boot. So then you go down and you have to deal with like Cloud's thoughts, and I think that's very overwhelming. I think that nobody really wanted to do that. It felt like some sort of a side quest. You have to sort out his thoughts and his memories, and it's hard. It's hard to do, you know. I think they were really restricted in what they were graphically able to produce at that time, which made the experience look, I see what they're trying to do, and the idea behind it is like, wow. But even for an OG lover like myself, it's one of the slower points of the game. I'll put it that way.
It was slow, but it made me feel like what I was playing through, like I couldn't trust anything that was being said. It actually kind of made me go, I need to pay attention to all these little speech bubbles. Hold on. I'll take a note. Latte, thank you. Thank you very much. On my way to go. It made me pay attention to all the speech bubbles, all the...
Other direction.
I wanted to go up here.
What did you want to go up there for?
There's Corneo's Secret Stash, this one. I've done that one.
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
Okay, where's?
That comes later.
To the dock? Because that's the only one I think I have.
We have to go to... I'm sorry to say this, to the playground, Anthony. Go to the playground.
You say that like I know where
it is. That is afterwards. That's the reason why it's still there is because you haven't completed the challenge. But
is that the playground there? No.
No. Go to Sector 6 slums. If you look to your left.
Yep.
You've got a list. Go down to Sector 6 slums, and then go to your right.
What's this one called?
Yeah, to your right there.
Oh, I've got one that's at the playground, right?
Yep. Yeah. So... Go Chocobo down there. Yep.
Yeah.
Find your next Chocobo station and jump on the bus, mate.
Jump on the bus. But yeah, it made me really say, oh, don't... Wait, no. I thought there was a Chocobo here, mate. Oh, it's back there. Just piss off, journalist. Here it is. Fucking TMC. Yeah, I don't know.
Evergreen Park? Evergreen Terrace?
Evergreen Terrace, yeah. What did you feel about it? Chat, and more specifically Brandon, how did you feel about Cloud's mental health breakdown in OG?
Yeah, it was a pivotal point of the game because it's what actually brought together that story point. And the thing is that Tifa was indicating it throughout the whole thing. She asks really specific questions like, are you? Like, she's confused herself. And that's something you don't pick up. I never picked that up in my original playthroughs of the OG until I found out that the dude had a mental illness, you know? I didn't realize she was asking those questions until I found that out. And I was like, oh, because that question seems so left field. Like, why would you ask that? Are you? Of course Cloud's Cloud. Like, nah, he's not. He's not.
Yeah.
This
boy, I get a Weimar.
Weimar. Yeah, have a chat with Weimar.
Oh, hey Barrett. Hey, how's it going? Could be better. I've got a good number of watchmen out looking for survivors. But as much as I'd love to join them, I've got another mess on my hands at the moment. Remember those rumors about a lab? They're true. There is one, hidden underground somewhere, and it's full of monsters. So Cloud, think you can lend us a hand with it? It's only a matter of time before these monsters come calling. I
like the addition of Weimar.
But no one else can
do it. It's not the OG, but I like him.
He's like a good voice of reason.
So help us out.
Like a good sort of central figure to have in the Sector 7 slums. Go over to your the weapons guy there. Punk ass bitch. How good's punk ass bitch?
Yeah. I never noticed this, but how good swords? Get your swords. Got your swords. Tools too. If you want. Fucking guy's got it all just in
pipe
his
bombs.
Little crates. Yeah, pipe bombs.
Yeah.
Stuff out of the rubble.
You got anything? Got anything on sale? Buy weapon.
He's got some armor.
Nah, I'm good.
He's got some accessories too. Yeah. Heal up on the but you're gonna have to do something you're probably not really prepared to do right now. But I think it goes pretty quick. Like my feeling is, like when I did my playthrough, it went through pretty quick. But it might not go through as quick for you because you're not at the level I am. But just to your right, you want to basically go back down to the laboratory.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just want to see if there's anything on sale. Nothing on sale from Faux Hawk. Let's go, labs.